One of our listeners, Jules, emailed us for a second date, and she's worried that after it was all said and done, she may have come across looking a little high maintenance.
That's all right.
We'll find out the details about that in just a minute, but first, Jules, welcome to the show.
Hi, I love you guys. So very happy and yet not happy to be here.
Okay.
Well, let's do a little quick high maintenance test. Just to start things off, okay? Tell me, have you ever posted a status update or a meme that says, if you can't handle me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best?
I have not posted one of those.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Have you ever sent a coffee back because your name was misspelled on the cup?
I've never sent it back because of that, but I've definitely made a point to say something.
Oh, okay. Well, we're on the line there, but let's find out if you were high maintenance on the date. First, what's the name of the guy?
Eric.
Eric. And how did you meet Eric?
This was a blind date. We met through friends. I literally showed up. I had no idea what he looked like.
Oh my God. That's
scary.
You didn't stalk him at all. You didn't look up any of his socials before you guys met.
Well, I couldn't because my friends, I love my girlfriends, but like they did not do me a solid here. They met him out when I wasn't with them and they all have boyfriends. So they thought that like we would hit it off. So they just gave him my number, but didn't ask for his full name or his Insta or anything.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's kind of like if you want to keep to a true blind date.
I would never
This is
go
it.
on
You
this.
wouldn't do it?
Nope.
So how did things go when you actually met up with Eric?
It's hard to say. So first, he invited me to go to this bar that I'd never been to. I'd never even heard of. When I got there, it was like an underground bar. Like I had to go down steps and there were no windows and stuff. And
Those are kind of cool, though.
Yeah, cool, unless you have to get away fast from a blind date that's with a stranger.
like he could have been a murderer.
So what was he like?
Well, it took me a while to find him because there were a lot of people there. So I texted him. I said, "Hey, where are you? I'm here." When I got there, and he said, "Come find me. I'm the most attractive guy here."
Oh, come on.
Jeez.
No, that's just trying to be flirty. I mean,
It is.
He's-
It is.
Setting yourself up for failure if she goes to someone else.
Yes, exactly.
Totally.
Did you find him off of that? Did you find him right away?
No.
That
So
backfired.
I went up to like the best looking guy that I thought was there. And I asked him like, "Hey, are you Eric?" And he said, "I can be tonight."
Hello.
that guy's got game.
Yeah.
Okay.
He played it way better
should call
than
him.
Eric.
Did you ever find Eric?
Yeah, so I was about to leave and then I was like, you know what, I'll call him, like this is ridiculous. So I called him
Okay.
and I hear a phone ring and I turn and there he is and I found him. And sure, maybe he was trying to be flirty like you guys said, but like he was not the most attractive guy there. Like he was like top 4 or 5, okay?
Well, good. He deserves that.
Not even top 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you tell him that?
No, oh my God, no.
Okay, so were you able to actually get a good conversation going once you found him?
Yeah, I mean, we had a really good time.
Okay.
But in all honesty, at a certain point, like I couldn't see him really. It was really dark. I just like got the courage to ask to go somewhere else. So we leave.
Okay.
He takes me to this outdoor beer garden that's pretty close as walking distance.
Fun.
Okay.
Super fun, but I dressed up for a bar, so I was freezing.
Oh,
yeah.
And I stuck it out for a little bit because I really didn't want to seem high maintenance. But like after like 15 minutes, I was like, I have to go somewhere else. So I
Yeah.
asked to go somewhere warmer.
Oh, my God.
Now I see why you're
I don't.
saying.
But that's not high maintenance. I
It's
mean,
not,
like.
but I can see why
You shouldn't have gone there in the first place.
Well,
Right.
I mean, as a guy, if a girl is like, this bar's too dark, this bar's too cold,
Yeah.
this bar makes me feel funny when I walk through the doors. Like, I want to, it is a lot.
Yeah.
Well, then get more money and take me to a private bar. Okay?
Exactly. I
This
mean,
bar's too poor.
Yeah.
I think that he should have been understanding of that. Like, you're freezing your butt off. You can't have a good time. What did he say?
So he invited me back to his place.
Oh,
and
yeah. That's a good opportunity for
Yeah.
him.
I didn't want to do that. It was a first date, you know,
That's
like
understandable.
Another option that's not good enough for her.
Oh, come on. It's a
No.
first date.
Can you go to like a 5-star hotel?
Yeah.
No, I'm
I would have been okay with that though.
Oh.
until you got there.
Okay. You are cool, Jules.
you may be high maintenance in other ways, but bar location change doesn't sound high maintenance to me.
So did you guys ever end up at another place?
So then we walk to a nightclub, but it's too loud.
Oh, no.
And then we go into like a bistro and it's too expensive. You know, I don't want him to like do that on the first date. So finally we just go to a normal bar, but I'm wearing like the same exact outfit as the waitresses.
Oh.
Did you leave or did you ask the waitress to go change outfits?
No, I did not. We stayed and
Good.
Did you joke about it? Did you laugh?
yeah, I mean, I brought it up. I was like, oh my God, do you think I should get a job here if it doesn't work out at my office?
That's
That's funny.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's humorous.
I mean, it sounds like you're starting to recover after, a bar crawl without any of the fun.
Yeah.
Crawling, just all crawl.
Yeah. So how did the night end?
We hugged, no kiss, and honestly, I liked him, and I do kind of agree that I feel like he might think I'm high maintenance, but it was really all just circumstantial, and that's what I want to make clear.
Do your friends call you high maintenance?
They don't. I'm really not a high maintenance person. Like, I maybe sound high maintenance, but like,
You see,
It's
now
like-
Brooke's suddenly flopping.
I'm
She's
just
like,
saying,
actually, now the more I hear you talk, you do sound a little bit HM.
Kind of like if it looks like chicken, it tastes like chicken, it's probably chicken. I don't know. It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad to be high maintenance if you just own it.
At least she's aware.
Jules,
Yeah.
we're going to play a song, all right? I don't know. Is this song okay to play for you, or would you like a different song? Either way, we're going to come back and we'll call Eric for you. We'll try and get you your second date. All right, Jules?
oh, thank you. You guys are like making me so nervous, though.
No,
I don't want to make you
Don't be
nervous.
nervous.
Okay.
Hold on, okay? We'll be right back. If you're just tuning in for the second date, we're on the phone with Jules, who's worried she may have come across looking a little high maintenance because she asked to move locations about 6 times throughout the night. And no matter where they went, she always found something wrong about each place.
It's like the Goldilocks of bars.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh.
Whether it was the temperature or the lighting or the outfit of the wait staff, no place was good enough for Jules. It's interesting, though, as picky as she was about the bar, she was surprisingly low maintenance about the actual guy.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because she told us he was only the 4th best looking man at the bar. And I would imagine a truly high maintenance woman would only be willing to date number 1 or number 2.
That's true.
So, Jules,
point.
you're actually looking pretty chill right
You're
now.
looking like
And
a charity
she called
worker.
us.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think that brings her back up to high maintenance.
Yeah.
But it's not looking too bad for you, Jules.
I mean, you guys make me sound so terrible, so I feel like it is looking bad.
Was any of what I said not an accurate recap?
I mean, with a spin.
Yeah.
It's accurate with a spin.
Oh, okay. Even my
I know,
recap wasn't
I
good
know,
enough.
I know.
Okay. No, you're low maintenance.
I mean,
Well, she wasn't like out looking for things to happen, but things were happening to her. I'll give her that. Like, oh, it's cold.
I
We
don't
didn't
know.
expect it to be so cold.
I think you would have to, like, by the 3rd place, you just have to kind of suck it up and realize that that's where you're at. But that's okay. I mean, that's in the past, Jules. The only concern I have is, I mean, have you tried to reach out to him, or are you just jumping straight to us for help?
I texted him after I didn't get that like next day follow up
Okay.
Yeah.
and still nothing. So now I'm kind of like,
Yeah, right.
okay, something is weird.
Okay.
Okay.
So you just want us to relay to him that you're not high maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him know like I'm a cool person, you know, I'm not terrible.
All right. But let's give this a shot. We're going to call Eric for you, and we're going to try and get you your second date. You ready?
I am ready.
Okay. Here we go. I'm down the number right now.
Hello?
Hey, I'm looking for Eric.
Who is this?
Well, is this Eric? I asked you first.
Jeffrey.
Hang up, dude.
Okay. Yes, this is Eric.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
You win, Jeff.
Thank you for
got
answering.
It. So now you got to tell him who you are.
No, yeah. So,
Hey, don't
so
hang up.
all right. No, don't hang up, please. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We're doing a segment on our show called A Second Date, and we'd like you to be a part of it. Are you familiar with the second dates?
Not really. Did I, like, win something, or?
A lot of people think
yeah,
that.
I know. A lot of
Yeah.
people ask us
Yeah.
that. I never really know how to answer.
I know. Apparently,
It's
radio
no.
stations are like famous for only one thing, and that's giving away free stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, we give away free stuff sometimes.
It's true.
It's possible you may have won something, but first let me just tell you how this works, okay? So you recently went out on a date with a woman, and afterwards, you're not really getting back in touch with her. So she's emailed us to get a hold of you to try and figure out the reason why.
Oh, all right. Okay.
And her name is Jules. You remember Jules?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, she told us about the night that you guys spent together, and I mean, it sounded pretty fun for the most part. She's just wondering how you thought of it. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a pretty good time. You know, she was nice to be around. I mean, I don't know if she told you, but we ended up like going to 5 or 6 different bars
Yeah.
in one night. And I thought the first place was fine. It's actually my favorite bar that's in town. And then we got to a bar where like she was dressed like the people that were working there.
She told us
we
about
heard
that. That she had the same outfit on as the waitress.
Yeah, and we were able to laugh about that. We had fun.
Oh, so you were totally fine.
Okay.
with
Okay.
it. That's good.
Well, if that's the case, if you think that she was cool and you had a good time with her, then why aren't you actively pursuing her?
Ooh,
Because
I don't.
she's mentioned that she's reached out to you a couple times since your date and hasn't gotten a response back.
Well, I mean, she was really pretty, but it was just kind of weird for me. Do you guys know Katherine Hagel?
Yes.
I know
Katherine
that.
Heigl?
Yeah, the
the
blonde that was
actress.
in Grey's Anatomy forever, and then she's done a ton of different rom-coms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she got canceled for a while, but now she's trying to make a comeback or
Okay.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about her?
So the whole time we're sitting in this bar, something in the back of my head was going, "You look like somebody. Who is it?" And then
Yeah.
once we left, I realized she looks just like Katherine Heigl.
Oh, really?
Okay, wait,
Okay.
why
Yeah.
is this important?
So I'm a real movie buff. I love to watch movies. And so like when I realized that that's who she looked like, I just could not stop thinking of all the bad movies Katherine Hagel has been in. I just
You just couldn't.
I couldn't get past
Well,
it.
it's funny because
Wow.
Katherine Heigl is like known for being high maintenance, I think, too. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why
She's kind of
that was kind of
annoying.
like the big story
She was like
about her.
blacklisted in Hollywood
Yeah.
for a while.
I
Totally.
looked her up, though,
Totally.
and I see her whole movie list here, and I only recognize like 2 of them.
And I bet both of them are horrible.
But you're not on a date with Katherine Heigl. You're on a date with Jules.
Yeah. Like, didn't you have fun with Jules?
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, I had fun, but I couldn't get that out of my head. And then plus when we did have to hop from bar to bar to bar to bar, like it just made her seem a little bit more Heigly.
Heigly.
Oh.
It's now is that a verb? Or no, that's an adjective. Heigly.
You don't want to be
Katherine
Heigly.
Yeah, meaning like one that behaves in a Heigl-esque manner. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Behaves in a Heigl. manner.
Okay, excuse me, but I've heard enough. I need to jump in here.
Oh.
That is the most ridiculous excuse for ghosting I have ever heard.
Okay. Hold
I'm
on.
going to kind of back her on that
Wait,
one.
Jules, you jumped in before you were supposed to. A very Heigl move of
Oh,
you.
come on, Jeffrey.
Okay.
Don't
To be
pile.
honest, I don't
Uh-oh.
even want, honestly, like, I don't even want to see you again.
Okay, well, hold on.
Here she goes again.
Let's stop this.
Calm down.
First thing is I need to let Eric know that is Jules on the other line. She's been listening this entire time, and she wants to talk to you.
Oh,
Yeah. She was supposed to wait until we call her in. That's how the rules of this normally work, Jules.
I mean, look, the rules are moot at
Okay,
this point.
I'm just saying, you don't want to get blacklisted.
Stop it, Jeffrey. Hey, I think that first you should take it as a compliment. Just because he doesn't like Katherine Heigl's movies or Heigl's movies, she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, she's
I
really
mean, she
pretty.
really is.
I don't want to make you seem like I thought you were ugly because you're not. You're really pretty.
On the outside.
Yeah, you know what? It's fine. I thank you for saying I'm really pretty. I think you're really pathetic, and I'm just over this.
Oh, no.
Jules, don't be upset. Honestly, it's one of the better reasons why someone has not called someone else back on this show. I mean, it doesn't really have anything to do with you.
Yeah, it's not like
just her
personal.
acting, and she's annoying.
And it's his opinion about her movies. Like, you were totally out of it. Well, I mean, except for the high maintenance part, but...
I mean, you probably agree with us, Jules, right? We all hate 27 Dresses.
No, I love that movie.
No, you do not.
no.
Nobody loved that movie.
But I'm really glad, though, honestly, like, I'm glad I have this clarity because, like, no offense, Eric, but, like, this was not worth a call. Like, you just seem so weird to me, like, I'm over it.
Oh,
But I wish you well. Like, good luck.
Okay,
I hope you can meet someone that looks like Emma Stone or something. I don't know.
She does make some pretty fun movies.
Yeah, she's good.
I really like Emma
very
Stone.
liked,
I mean,
too.
La La Land, super bad.
Okay, shut up about Emma Stone.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you brought her up.
Yeah, I didn't think you guys would go like gaga over her.
Okay.
I don't know. Just her
That's
body.
another one, too.
Oh, that's
All
a really
right,
good
all
one.
of you,
She's amazing.
stop.
Man, the
No, we're
Amazing
kidding.
Spider-Man.
I
Let's
mean-
see that one again.
I think it just sounds like, maybe your guys' chemistry isn't quite right.
I guess it really is the chemistry thing, but
No,
I really
it's not the chemistry thing. It's for sure that you're really weird.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
all right. I mean, I was trying to be nice, but if you want to go out like a D-lister,
Oh.
then there's
I
nothing
just
I
don't
can
think
do about
Katherine
that.
Heigl's a D-lister. I mean, she has a brand new show on Netflix. She's clearly doing
Yeah.
very well. You might be intimidated by strong
Yeah,
women.
no one's seen that show,
No, it's
Jules.
supposed to be really good. I heard.
Yeah, but have you
never
ever
even
watched
heard
it?
of
I haven't watched it.
Oh, one of the 100,000 shows on Netflix.
Just try it.
Well, normally this is the part where I would ask if you guys would like to go out on a date again.
Ask. Maybe something happened in the last 5 seconds.
No.
Well,
no.
Maybe you can go watch a Katherine Heigl movie together.
We can bond over this.
Thought we were going to have a plot twist at the end. Apparently, it didn't work out.
Yeah, Eric, sorry.
hey, well, what can you expect from, the fourth most attractive guy in the room?
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Yeah.
There's only you.
It is Valentine's Day, right?
I love love.
Special Valentine's Day second date
Oh, I
update.
feel like there's so much extra pressure on this one.
Hopefully it ends very poorly.
No,
That would make
no.
my Valentine's Day wonderful. We're about to talk to Dylan right now. Dylan emailed us about a girl named Nikki. Dylan, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, how are you? Happy Valentine's
I'm
Day.
all right.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I feel like he needs to talk in a softer voice.
Dylan. Happy Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, Dylan.
I'm not going to stop until you say it back to me, Dylan. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, all
There
right.
it is, Dylan.
Dylan, why don't you tell us about the girl that you want us to call for you?
Her name is Nikki. We've known each other for, it's been like 10 years now. We met in college.
Oh.
She's just an awesome, awesome girl. We got along really well, and just over the past 10 years, there's always been, I think, something between us, but it's one of those situations where she's always dating someone or I'm dating someone, and recently she broke up with the guy that she had been seeing, or I guess he dumped her. So this is the first time, and I guess in recent memory, where we're both single, and I just feel like it's the right time to sort of make my move, because it's been hanging out now for the last 10 years, and it's always been something that I've wanted, so might as well go for it,
You want to pick up that rebound.
Yeah. Get her while she's vulnerable. Dylan, are you saying that you didn't go on a date with her yet? This is going to be the first time you've talked to her about your feelings?
So it's kind of strange, because like I said, we're friends, and we hang out with a group of friends, and we took her out to sort of raise her spirits, and that night we just sort of walked off, the two of us, and we had a couple of drinks, and she just said, I really just want to find somebody that I can create a life with, and somebody who's a good friend as well as like, a partner, like a romantic partner.
Right.
Wow.
And so I wasn't sure if she was giving me sort of a signal like, make your move or don't, but I felt like it was sort of her way of saying like, yeah, I think I feel the same way that you do.
So you feel like she might have been hinting at the fact that she has an attraction to you too?
Yeah, I mean, she's known that we've been friends for a long time, and I sense it, and I'm sure she senses that there's an attraction there between the two of us. It's not a one-sided thing. So, yeah, I think she was sort of inviting this.
Okay. Did you go ahead then, or did you not go ahead? Like, in that moment, did you take that moment to kiss her? It sounds perfect.
No, I didn't kiss her.
Dylan.
I wanted to, but we were also there to cheer her up. She had just broken up with somebody, and I don't want to seem like, I don't want to be just like a quick rebound sort of thing. It's a little more special than
You're
that.
at a party for her to feel better from being broken up with. Might not be the best time if you like want a long relationship with this girl to try to swoop in there. Yeah. Maybe ask her for like a legit date and talk to her about it, than just being like, forget about that guy. Let's do this.
Yeah.
It's like being at a funeral, just being like, hey, we should get out of this place, shouldn't we?
I like that. Like being at a funeral. I like when he died.
I like that Jubal is promoting being a gentleman right now.
I know.
And
right?
Brooke's like, do it. Kiss him.
You should just jump on her right there.
Yeah, come on, that would be,
Get
like,
in the
sweet.
picture.
Wait, are you wanting our help to like make this declaration of love and ask her out on a date?
Yeah, I'd like to do something kind of special, so.
Oh, we should totally do it.
On Valentine's Day.
Nope, we're not going to do it.
Yes, we
Yep.
are.
We just talked to this guy for 4 minutes to not do it.
Wait, no.
What do you guys think? All right. Hey, Dylan, we're going to call her right after this. All right, we're going to play a song, come back, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
It is a special Valentine's Day second date update. I figure we should start that with the most romantic song ever written.
Oh, yeah?
I don't
Yeah.
trust you.
If I was your boyfriend.
That's right. The beautiful tones of one Justin Bieber is going to get us into this part of the second date update because Dylan wants to call his friend Nikki and ask if he can be her boyfriend.
Don't play this music.
Yeah.
Dylan, how long have you known Nikki?
10 years.
10 years. She recently broke up with a longtime boyfriend. They hung out like in a group of friends the other night at her post-breakup party when everybody got together to make her feel good. Dylan says that they went off into the corner and talked, and she was giving him a vibe. Mm-hmm. And he thinks that she knows that he's into her too. So he wants us to call her right now and sort of break the news that he wants to date her.
It's been 10 years, and this is the first time I'm saying this, so I'm a little nervous about it.
Cool. I wouldn't worry about it because it usually doesn't complicate things. So, okay.
You felt this way for longer than just the other night, right?
She's always been on my radar, and I have just realized in the last year and a half that she's somebody who I could really see being with.
Yeah.
And now is the perfect timing.
God, I hope it works out. Please
She's
let it
battered
out.
and broken.
And it's a really low-key, not stressful day.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Not on Valentine's Day. This is, everything's aligning for you right now.
Yeah, and on the radio.
Dylan. Okay. Here we go. You ready to call her?
Yeah, as ready as I'll ever be.
All right, here we go.
Good luck, Dylan.
I'm excited.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Nikki, please?
this is Nikki.
Nikki, happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's creepy.
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm fine. This is the radio.
Yes. I'm calling because I wanted to talk to you for a second about a friend of yours named Dylan. You know Dylan, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, Dylan has been a friend of yours for how long? 10 years?
Yeah, 10 or 11 maybe. Yeah.
All right. So you guys have been friends for a long time. Dylan recently told us that you went through a breakup. Sorry to hear that.
Okay. This is very personal.
He didn't tell us, that's all he said. He didn't give us any of the details. If you want to give me some of the details, I'll listen. But
That's not why we're calling.
he just said that you recently went through a breakup and he ended up hanging out with you and a bunch of friends the other night. And he said that when you guys were out the other night talking, you were saying how you wanted a boyfriend who was also a good friend and everything else. And he felt like you were giving him signals like you might be interested too. So Dylan wanted us to call you and ask if you would be interested in going out with him.
Dylan wants to take me on a date, like a romantic date.
Yes, the most romantic date ever.
Oh my God, tonight?
I don't know when. He just said he wants to take out, but tonight would be perfect. It is Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
What do you think of Dylan?
He's a great guy.
That sounded like you just sort of slugged him on the shoulder, like, you're a
Well,
nice buddy.
Well,
you're nice.
yeah, he's like my brother.
Oh, no.
Okay, we don't want to hear
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I am like your brother? Come on, Nikki.
Dylan?
Yeah, Nikki, that's Dylan. He was on the other line listening. Sorry about that.
Oh, my God.
Like, I'm a little confused because the other night when we were sitting outside and you were talking about you want to date somebody who's a friend, maybe I'm completely wrong, but Nikki, I think you were giving me all the signals to say, like, go for it. At least that's what it seemed like to me.
I am so sorry. That is not what I was intending for it to be, like, at all.
So you literally think of Dylan as a brother and not in sexual way or any sort of attractive way at all?
No, not at all. And furthermore, I would feel a little bit uncomfortable dating two people at the same time.
What?
You're dating somebody?
You just broke up with somebody.
Hey, she's going to rebound. Don't mess with her. All right?
Well,
who are you dating?
No, I mean, not seriously, obviously, but Scott just asked me out. Our buddy Scott.
Another
Are
friend?
you kidding me? Are you serious? When did he ask you out?
Like yesterday.
What a mother...
Dylan, is Scott a good friend of yours?
I told Scott that I was going to ask you out. Like, this is unreal to me. I confided in him. I told him how I felt about you, and this is what he does. He goes out and asks you out.
Oh, this is not how I want to validate.
I have no idea. He, to be totally honest, had some stuff to say about you, too. Like, I don't know what you guys have going on between you, but
Nikki,
clearly you guys need to have this discussion, maybe not on the radio.
Nikki, you're like that hot girl in the group of friends that every single dude wants to date, right?
Oh, yeah, maybe. That'd be great.
Okay.
That's okay.
I haven't been single in a long time. This is all very new for me.
So you're like hanging out with your friends as like sharks in a feeding frenzy.
Wait,
So Dylan, you talked to Scott and told him that you wanted to ask Nikki out, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you should go for it."
Yeah, he was like, cool, bro. That sounds like... And he even said, he's like, you guys, it seems like there's something there. Like, he recognized it as well.
Dude, that's breaking bro code.
Like, Nikki, I think you're really awesome, and it's just a little messed up that you would go out with this guy who's talking trash about somebody else, you know? Like, is that really who you want to date?
I know what I just said, but he wasn't being, like, crazy mean. He was just, like, you know, we were just talking about everybody. Like, you know, I've been spending a lot of time with my friends, and it's been really comforting right now, and he wasn't
but now knowing that I confided in him, and then he goes and backstabs me, like, just think about, look, if you don't have feelings for me, like, granted, that doesn't make me feel great, of course, but think about who you're dating now with this guy. Like, that's just not the road you want to go down.
You're doing the exact same thing to him. Also, how did I get in the middle of this all of a sudden? That is not what I
You did it because Dylan was smart enough to call us.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dylan. Hey, Nikki, would love to offer you a date with Dylan, though. We'll pay for it. You're not seriously dating his buddy, Scott, who, frankly, did go behind his back and ask you out. You should think about that. So why don't you go out with Dylan instead? We'll pay for it.
I don't want to be rude, but would you pay for the date with Scott?
Oh, did she really
did not just say that, Nikki. I understood where you were coming from.
I don't know Scott, but he sounds like a go-getter, so maybe.
It just sounds like he must be really hot.
Yeah, is Scott hot, Nikki?
Yeah, he's not bad. He's, yeah.
He's hotter than Dylan. That's what Nikki's saying.
Oh, come on.
Dylan, do you have anything else to say to Nikki?
Oh, my gosh.
You know, I guess it changes the way that I sort of see you, and I wish that wasn't the case, but it does, so.
Whoa, no! We've been together through everything. You can't end our friendship over this.
You want to still stay friends, Nikki, after all this?
Yeah. I would like to pretend that none of this ever happened, to be totally honest.
Look, I mean, this whole thing with Scott, like,
Right.
I just think I need to step away from this circle of people. Like, it's just a little weird to me right now.
All I have to say is I am so glad a successful Valentine's Day second date. Love is grand. Not only a relationship ruined in the romantic sense, but also a friendship gone.
No.
God, I love Valentine's Day.
What have we done?
I feel like a little melted flower.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
It's always nice to have fond memories after a first date. Like, oh, I remember our first date. We had pasta overlooking the water, and it was beautiful. Or we went for a long hike to the top of a beautiful mountain and saw the sunset. What a lovely memory. Or I remember when I got physically assaulted by them on a first date.
What?
That's always a great memory to have. And that's sort of what happened to Harry, who's on the phone right now and wants to do a second date update. His date physically assaulted him on their first date, but he still wants to call her back. You'll understand why he wants to call her back in a second. Harry, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Pretty good, man. Thank you for your email, and thank you for agreeing to do a second date update with us today. Before we get into how you were physically assaulted on your first date, tell us a little bit about the girl you want to call today.
All right. Her name's Samantha. We met at a club. I was out for one of my best friend's birthdays. We had been pre-gaming, partying in the early evening. We went out, and it was like an amazing night. And then I met her, and she had the most beautiful eyes, amazing legs, and we started talking. And
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. You're making it sound like the moment was just beautiful, and she had beautiful eyes. You're at a club. You just thought she was hot.
I think that's what he was saying. Beautiful eyes and sexy legs. I mean, I think that's exactly what he was saying right there. He said he was attracted to her.
Yeah, I thought she was hot. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well,
yeah, there you go. Okay, so how did you approach her at the bar?
I kind of just walked up to her and just struck up a conversation. I was feeling really confident because I had been drinking. And,
That'll do it.
yeah.
It does help a lot. So how long were you guys hanging out together at the club?
We were probably at the club for like 2 hours, drinking and dancing and hanging out.
So were you
2 hours, I'd say.
Were you semi-sober when you met her?
I mean, we were drinking pretty much the whole time, so I was pretty tipsy.
Okay.
Do you remember much of the conversation with her, or you don't really care?
At the time, it seemed like we were having such a brilliant conversation, but I couldn't tell you exactly what we were talking about.
I've had many of those.
Yeah, that's what always happens. You're like, oh man, we were breaking down everything.
Yeah.
And then somebody shows you a video and you're drunk, you're like, oh, I didn't no idea what I was talking about. All right, so how did the rest of the evening go with her?
It was going really good. We went back to my place, and, things started to get a little intimate, which was nice. And that's kind of when things took a turn for the worst.
And that's when the assault happened.
What is
right,
the
Harry?
assault?
Do I have to say it?
Yeah, you do have to say it.
All right, well, how do I put it? Well, we were being intimate while she was having her moment. Somehow I got kneed in the face.
So she kneed him in the face while they were doing it.
What, did you scream or what? I mean, that had to ruin everything.
I was so shocked. I literally fell off the bed. It was really hard. And I'm not sure if it's from her knee or the fall off the bed, but I had like a cut on like kind of the like edge of my forehead.
So you're
drunk
bleeding?
sex is the best, isn't it? Just flailing around on the bed. She knees you in the head and you fall off and then get a cut on your head.
Yeah, I guess it's funny now, but it wasn't so great at the time.
What did she say to you after that?
From what I remember, she just came right over and like was really apologetic and trying to take care of me. You know, I was like kind of blacked out a bit.
Yeah, she gets some gauze and bandage up your head like you had a huge head wound.
Well, she took me in the bathroom and she was putting like cold water on my forehead and like she got a little like a towel and put it over my forehead. Like she was doing what she could.
She injured you. Of course she's going to try to help you out.
I wouldn't call you back after a night like that either. That sounds horrible.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. I think she's embarrassed because we were having a great, I mean, this is like, I'm embarrassed. I can't imagine what she feels like.
Yeah.
This is like the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to me.
Have you sent her any text messages or called her being like, hey, I think it's funny what happened. It's okay. Don't be embarrassed.
No, I've been texting her, like, I texted her like a bunch of times trying to make her feel better and, you know, kind of like to like play it down like it's a joke. Like, you know, I don't want her to see the bandage on my forehead, you know?
And has she said anything back to you at all?
No.
Okay, my guess is she probably is embarrassed and doesn't want to call you back after that. I can understand that.
That's what I'm thinking because, you know, in the morning she wasn't there. She just left. So, like, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
When you give your date a concussion on the first date during sex, you might be a little scared to call them back.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's why I sent you guys the email.
All right, well,
Makes sense.
we're going to play a song, come back, Call her, hear her side of the story,
I can't wait.
and get your second date update, all right?
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Today's second date update should be a lesson to all of the ladies listening right now. If you want a guy to be interested in you, so much so that he's willing to call a radio station to get a hold of you, all you have to do is knee him in the head during sexual relations. That's all it takes for a guy to really want to call you back. Harry is on the phone with us, and today he wants to call a girl named Samantha. Samantha and him had a drunken night at his place. They were hammered. They were doing the things that people do when they're hammered, and in the middle of it, she kneed him in the head, and then he fell off the bed and cut his head. And when he woke up in the morning, she was gone. So he's assuming that she was just a little embarrassed about the situation and isn't calling him back. Harry, before we make your phone call, how long ago did this happen?
The actual incident was probably like a month ago.
Oh, it's that long that you've been trying to get a hold of her. So, do you have it worked out in your head what you're going to say once you get her on the phone?
That's what you guys are here to help for, right?
And how many text messages have you sent her telling her that it's okay what she did?
Too many. A bunch.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to dial the phone number, see if we can get her on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Samantha there?
No, she's in the shower. Can I take a message?
Sure. Who am I speaking with?
This is and is this stuff office?
Maybe. I'd really like to speak to Samantha, please.
I'm her boyfriend. I can speak for her. It's fine.
You're her boyfriend?
Yeah. Are you calling us back about the appointment?
Yes, I am, and the results are all back.
What are you talking about? We haven't been in yet.
Oh, no, I got all the results right here.
No, I'm sure we haven't been in yet. We were coming in for the pregnancy test.
Oh. Those are the results you're looking for.
Yeah, is this Dr.
Yes, it is. And you say that you haven't been in for the pregnancy test yet.
No, we haven't been in for the pregnancy test yet.
Okay. All right, what I'm looking at is wrong then. I'm sorry. My notes say that you guys went in. So you need an appointment?
Yeah, that's what we were waiting on.
Okay, got it. Cool. Well, I should talk to her about this.
I mean, she's in the shower, but I guess you could call back.
All right, I'll do that. How about that? I'll check my notes because obviously something I got is screwed up. It says that you've already been in and you haven't, so I'll check my notes and then I'll give her a call, okay?
All right. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. What was your name again?
Oh, I'm Kevin.
Kevin, looking forward to seeing you.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, bye-bye.
Oh,
wow.
my God.
Is that a joke?
Harry?
I don't even know what to say. What the
Oh, my
God.
I hope you don't mind me letting that guy go. I felt like
That's
I felt
not-
like I shouldn't have revealed to him that this was a big thing.
Oh my God.
So there's that. Yeah, I felt like
This is
as soon as he started talking about doctor's office, I was just screwing with him, and then as soon as he said the pregnant thing, I was like, I can't do it, man.
Yeah, that's intense, man.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna contact
I'm not
her?
going to do anything.
But look at the timing. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't jump to conclusions, but
What
if you're talking about you hooked up a month ago and she's just now going to a doctor's office,
No. We use protection, definitely.
Sometimes it can fail, you know.
that's not 100%.
I just can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
Dude.
Neither can
I don't know what to say. I mean, like, it's nothing like this has ever happened to me before. This is
I can still, try to call back and get her on the phone at some point and see if I
no.
can get you.
I don't want to get involved in any way.
Do you think that there's any way that maybe this is like a new boyfriend? I'm just trying to look at like some sort of positive out of this.
That she wants to have a baby with?
I don't know. I don't know, Lydia.
I think it's pretty obvious here, Harry.
Oh, this is
She was
horrible.
at the bar drunk, hooked up with you, realized that she made a mistake, probably feeling guilty.
Of
course.
Not calling you back because she has a boyfriend who she thinks may have gotten her pregnant.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is so insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no idea. She seemed single.
Yeah, did she ever say to you throughout your day, did she seem like she had a boyfriend or anything at all?
Not at all.
Did she seem like she had a bun in the oven at all?
No.
No, okay. I don't know. Some guys are attracted to that. I don't know.
She
Like,
was
maybe-
at a bar drinking all night, Jubal. I think that's a pretty good indication.
Not really.
I just can't believe that happened.
Well, this is normally the time where I'm like, hey, do you want to go on a second date? We'll pay for it. I don't really know how to handle this one at all.
What do we do?
I guess I can send you out on the date with a text messenger. Somebody texts into the show. Do you want a date with just a random person from the show?
You know, I think I should be more cautious on who I go out with.
Yeah,
Yes, thank
exactly.
you.
Because
Finally.
trust me, you don't want to date with anybody that's texting into our show at 78592. All right, well, at least you got your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope for you that, like, 17 years from now, some kid doesn't show up and go, hey, we have the same nose. You hooked up with my mom years ago.
Oh, God. That is not funny at all.
I think it is, a little bit.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I want to address something on the text message board right now at 78592. No, I am not calling that girl back.
Thank you.
I am not doing it. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. If you don't know what I'm talking about the second date update that we just played.
Wow.
This guy, Harry, wanted us to call this girl. I'm not using her name. We actually beeped it out in the second date update when we taped it because I don't want to blow up her spot too much. Yeah. But a guy named Kevin answered the phone. We left that name in there because there's lots of Kevins. Whatever. But anyway, a guy named Kevin answered the phone, and I was joking with him because he's like, oh, is this a doctor's office? And I was kind of doing my thing, going like, yeah, it is a doctor's office, like an idiot, like I do. And then it came out that apparently they are trying to make an appointment for a pregnancy test. Harry hooked up with this girl. They had a wild night. She ended up kneeing him in the face while they were doing it, which is funny. And then she left the next day. He thought maybe she was embarrassed. Turns out she probably was embarrassed and a little bit upset at herself that she cheated on her boyfriend because this guy sounded like they lived together and they've probably been together a long time. Anyway, I decided to stop it and not continue to go on with it anymore.
God.
And thank you, by the way. Thank you, everybody on Twitter who has tweeted me. And everybody texting in at 78592 saying I did the right thing.
For once.
For once in my life.
I was so worried that you were gonna like say something to
I
this
was going
man.
to. And
I mean,
I really
seriously.
was. I was like on the fence. I'm like, all right, I just can't put them on blast like that.
And the
Like
thing is-
if this girl cheated on the dude, that's one thing. But if there's a unborn kid involved, I don't want to be the guy to ruin that whole thing. Like I'll let them figure that out on their own.
And there's no way you make a doctor appointment for a pregnancy test unless you've already taken a pregnancy test and it's come back positive.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's
that
I mean,
is-
this is real life. It's not a joke.
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. Well, it would have been awesome just to do it. Like they're just like, "What? You cheated on me?" And now this might be that guy's kid, and we're just like, Jose's in the background just going crazy. Oh my god, this is nuts!
Oh my god, your lives are ruined.
Yeah, we hit the big like Brooke and Jubal in the morning sweeper and get out.
Oh, so bad.
hey,
turned
Young
into
Jeffrey's
Maury.
song of the week coming up next.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it is coming up next.
You can ask the guys if they want to go on a date and talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. You guys want to go on it? Yeah, it would just have all been terrible. So for the first time in my life, I thought I'd make the appropriate decision and be like, nah, I can't do
Good
it.
job, Jubal.
If you missed it, make sure you listen to it on our website. It'll be uploaded in a little while, movie925.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Thomas is on the phone with us right now for a second date update. He's not even really sure if he wants a second date with the girl that he went out with, but he does know one thing. If he can't get a second date, he wants some of his money back.
What?
Yeah.
Thomas.
Thomas, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
So your email said you went out on a date with a girl and you think she might have just like used you to eat at a really nice restaurant.
Oh, yeah. This is the most expensive date I've ever been on.
Really?
And
Okay.
what made you want to spend all this money on this girl? How'd you meet her? What makes her so special?
We met online, and we've been texting for the last, month.
Okay.
So I thought things were, pretty solid. And I don't know. It's like the best first date I've ever been on, honestly.
Okay. And did you, like, before you guys went out, did you say, hey, we're both going to pay for the date?
Yeah, we were going to split it up.
Oh. So you knew that, okay. But you ended up paying for everything.
Yeah. I kind of, like, in the middle of dinner was like, I was like, this is going well enough. I want to lock down a second date. And she was like, yeah, totally. So then when the check came, I offered to pay for the whole thing. And she was like, I'll get you on the next one.
Okay. Oh. How much was dinner, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh.
It was like $265.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that's fancy.
I'll pay for this $260 dinner right now. You take me to Applebee's and drop 40.
That seems
pretty
fair.
much what you did.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Who picked the restaurant in the first place? I mean,
I chose it just because it is a nice place, and I figured it'd make a great impression.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I have trouble spending like over $50 on a date, and that's with my girlfriend who I've been with for over a year now. What makes you want to spend like over $300 on a girl on a first date?
She's incredibly attractive, like very, very good looking. Probably the best looking girl I've ever taken on a first date. And so I was like, great. Like, I don't know. I thought that would like seal the deal.
You do realize, though, when you ask a girl to a really expensive restaurant, usually it's kind of an unwritten rule that you're going to pay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of knew that going in, but that's why in the middle of the first date, I wanted to lock down the second one. Like, I don't even care if like the second date is as expensive. I just wanted the second date. She was that good looking.
But are you assuming that she would have paid for half if you hadn't offered?
Oh, yeah, she totally would have. Like, she was reaching for a purse and everything, and I was like, no, I got this one. You get the next one.
Okay.
That's good.
And how many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date to set up your second encounter where she was supposed to pay?
So I texted her that night just to, like, tell her I had a great time. She texted back one time. She said, I'm really busy. I'll call you back later. And then never called back. Like, there was no return phone call.
All right. So an excuse, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Called her, like, a day later, waited a couple days, texted again, like, left a message. I mean, at this point, I've called her now 3 times and gotten nothing.
Okay.
It's not good.
So do you want another date with her?
It's like, at this point, she's blowing me off so much. I don't want another date, but if I'm not going to get that second dinner, like she said, I'll get the second one. Like, I want that half of the bill that I paid to be paid for then.
What? You actually want to call her and ask for your money back
A refund.
on your date?
Yeah. She sold me a bill of goods, and it's like, shit, and like, pony up, you know?
This is less of a
second. Going to take me to dinner and then not answer when I text you, especially when we had a great date.
It's less of a second date update and more of small claims court right now.
It really is.
Gosh.
At this point, she paid for her half with a peck on the cheek at the end of the date. That's what she paid.
Okay.
Sometimes that's worth $300.
So you guys didn't even really kiss or anything?
No. It was like, I was very nice at the end. It was just like a little kiss on the cheek, whatever. And I was like, okay, great. Like, I'll see you on the second date and hopefully get a little better kiss.
That's got to upset you if you drop almost $300 on dinner and that's all you get. Yeah, come on.
She's not obligated.
Yeah, you are.
Kind of now, yes.
Yeah, over $75, you have to at least kiss.
At least get to one base.
Yeah. $300.
Gotta have a good story out of it or something.
Yeah, seriously. $300, I think you better get pregnant. But all right, man. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, see if we can get her on the phone and get your money back or a date or something.
Great.
All right, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I think more second date updates should be like this.
Oh, yeah? Why?
I think more dates in general should be like this.
What do you mean?
If you go out with someone and you spend too much on dinner and then you think about it later and go, I wish I wouldn't have dropped so much money, you should be able to get at least half of your money back if you don't see that person again.
There's no return policy on dating.
Well, I think that's the problem right there, Lydia. There needs to be one. Thomas is on the phone with us right now. He went out with a girl named Laura, met her online. They had a perfectly fine time on the date. The issue that he's having, though, is he ended up spending like $300 on dinner.
Yeah.
When the check came, he said, hey, I'll pay for this, because she was reaching for her wallet. I'll pay for it as long as you get the next date. She agreed, and now she's not calling him back. So he's kind of over it.
At this point, I just want the money back. The second date, it's not as important. Just give me the cash.
Okay. All right.
You did say it was the most amazing date up until this whole money thing.
It was a very good date. and she's really hot.
Very good date. She's really hot. Kind of a user, though, because she didn't pay for the...
Oh, come on. He offered to pay.
The only reason I offered to pay was because she really genuinely seemed interested in the second date. And now I feel just a little betrayed. I feel like this kind of thing happens a little too often. Oh yeah, second date for sure, and then nothing.
Yeah, and I think you're taking a stand right now for everybody who's ever had to pay for a meal and then hasn't gotten one bought for them in return.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to dial the phone number, see if we can get her on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome.
All right, hold on.
Hello,
Hi, is Laura there?
this is Laura.
Laura, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Hello.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Do you know why I'm calling you?
I have no idea why you're calling me or how you know who I am.
I'll explain. I'm calling you because we recently got an email from a listener who went out on a date with you.
Okay.
And you are not calling him back. And so he emailed us to ask you, why are you blowing him off, basically? His name is Thomas.
Thomas?
Yeah, you remember going on a date with Thomas?
Yeah, it was just last week.
Right.
Wait, he asked you to call me?
Yes. He said that he's texted you once since your date. You said that you were really busy, and then he hasn't been able to get a hold of you. And at this point, he feels like you've blown him off, and he wants to know if he did something wrong.
That's what he said to you? I told him that I would call him back.
Right, but he said you never called him back. Is there a reason?
Yeah, there's a reason. Ever since I went on the date with him, my life's been pretty crazy.
Okay.
So you're just busy.
Yeah, I've been nonstop busy since the date. I haven't had time to call him back.
So you're not lying. You've been legitimately busy.
Yeah, my grandma's in the hospital. She was admitted to the hospital the day after our date.
Oh,
I've been in the hospital with her the entire week. My whole family has.
So Thomas probably jumped the gun then by emailing a radio show to call you.
Yeah, I don't understand why he wouldn't just wait for me to call him back.
Well, he was just nervous because he had such a great time with you. He thought you might just be trying to blow him off and not talk to him again. And so he was nervous, I guess, and emailed us a little too soon to call you. People do this on our show all the time. It's called a second date update. I don't know if you've heard it or not.
No, I mean, it's nice that he's that interested, but it's I don't understand why he had to get somebody else involved. It's just it
works. Hey, it works for a lot of people. So that's probably why. So you would actually go out with him again?
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought we were going to be going out again. It hasn't changed. I just have been busy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good news. But there is one other thing he wanted us to call you about.
Okay.
And that's the fact that he feels like you owe him money.
Oh no, dude.
Wait, what?
Oh, Jubal.
You don't have
Hold on,
to
wait.
say
Can she hear me? Can she hear me?
Laura, can...
I owe him money? For what?
No. You don't owe me money. Can she hear me?
Yes, she can.
Thomas?
Yeah, but you don't owe me money. I didn't realize that your grandma was
No, Thomas.
No.
You don't
What
owe
do I owe you
money.
money for?
Nothing. You don't owe me money. I was concerned that you were blowing me off, but my God, I did not know.
No.
You were on the phone this whole time?
Yeah, I didn't know if you could hear me. I'm so sorry. I did not know that your grandma was in the hospital.
Yeah, Laura, that's how the second date updates work. We call with the other person on the line, and then they hear the reason why they're not getting a call back. Now Thomas knows that you actually wanted to go on a second date with him, and you have a legitimate excuse for not calling him back, but you do still owe the guy some money.
No, you don't. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that your grandmother was in the hospital. I'm so sorry.
It doesn't matter. What does that have anything to do with money?
It doesn't. I just told him that you, at the end of our, when I was going to pay, and you said that you get the second date. And I said, well, I want to go on a second date. And then they were like, oh, well, if it doesn't happen, then you should get your money back.
Okay, come on.
We didn't say that. You said you wanted your money
Yeah,
back.
no.
Be honest, Thomas.
Are you saying that you want me to pay for half of the date? Is that what you're saying?
I told him that joking around, I said, if she doesn't go out with me again, I should just get
Thomas, come on.
No.
No, he was. Laura, Thomas told us when he was first talking to us, he told us about your date, said you had a great time, and was like, at this point, she hasn't called me back. And I don't care. I just want my money back because I shouldn't have had to spend so much on dinner if she's not going to call me back.
That's not. Whose side? You're supposed to help me get a second date, and you're not helping me do that.
I'm on the side of justice right now, and I still think you're owed some money.
I don't know why you guys are laughing. I don't think this is funny. Like, this is the rudest thing I've ever heard. So is it true or not?
It's not true. It really, I was worried that I wasn't going to get a second date with you, and so I had them call you.
Thomas.
I'm being serious. I really liked you, and I'm so sorry. I'm not a bad person. This is not indicative of my character. This is completely out of character, and they're the ones who are putting this in the realm of like wanting the money back. I don't care about the money.
Wow, Thomas.
Oh, Thomas, you didn't say that?
Sounds like there's a bunch of people that disagree with you.
Yeah, and they're doing it for ratings or whatever. I don't know why they're doing this.
You called us, Thomas.
This is awesome just to hear Thomas tread water right now.
Seriously.
Hey, Laura, I would love to ask you.
To be honest with you guys, I don't mean to be rude, but I don't really have time for this.
Well, all right, before you go, I know that you're busy. I appreciate you staying on the phone as long as you did. Would you go out on a second date with Thomas? We will pay for it. That way, neither of you have to worry about the money.
I'll pay for it. I don't care. I just want to go out with you.
Nope.
I'm serious.
I'll pay for it, and then I'll call you after, Thomas, and get half my money back.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
No?
Oh, God.
Okay, so if you won't go out on a second date with him, can we get that money back?
No, you guys can yourself.
Oh. All right, well.
What the was that? It's supposed to be second date update, not blow my second date up.
You said
really up.
You said you wanted to get money.
No, I said I wanted to go on a date with her.
Oh, come on, dude.
And that was the main thing that I wanted.
When we first talked to you, you said, I don't care if I get a second date. I want to get half my cash.
Blew it up.
Thomas, it was clearly not going to happen. We were at least trying to get you a check in the mail.
I don't... Laura's right. You guys just go yourselves.
Oh, wow.
Hey, it's a second date update first. A double hang-up.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
The second date is over, and neither one of the parties is on the phone.
Hey, we just lost 2 listeners.
Yeah. Success, I think.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. Well, actually, lots of texts in at 78592. All hating on me. I don't understand what the big deal is. I was just trying to help the guy out for the second date update. Thomas called us, wanted us to ask Laura to give him a refund on his date because he spent a bunch of money. She wasn't calling him back. He said, if she's not going to call me back for a date, then I'd at least like some of my money back for the almost $300 that I spent.
He was just being
and it comes out that she was just not calling him back because she was busy, legitimately busy.
Yeah.
And then I happened to drop the fact that he wanted his money back, and then she got pissed and didn't want to date with him. At the end, both of us told us to F off and then hung up the phone on us. I may have thrown him under the response to people like, Jubal, you broke bro code. Listen. There are certain times when it's okay to break bro code.
No.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Like when we're trying to get ratings and we're trying to be funny.
For entertainment purposes.
For entertainment purposes, it is okay to break bro code. And yes, I did it.
It's his
Also,
life,
let's not remember this guy is not a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
He said she should have put out because he paid for an expensive dinner in the first part. Do you not remember that?
And he wanted his money back for the. Come on, Brooke.
Yes,
like
he did.
wanted his money back for the
wish
date.
I
That's the
would've
first
been
thing he
here
did.
When you guys recorded it, I think that he was just bitter and angry because he wasn't getting a call
That's like
back.
the first time you ever would stand up for a guy like that.
wow.
No, if you would have been here and you would have said, I want my money back, you would have been like, you're a evil douchebag.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, look, all right, it's okay to break bro code.
It is.
In instances like that.
No.
Because I knew it would be funny.
I don't.
And it was funny. Lots of people at 78592 think it's funny. And Jose pointed out, hey, but that's his life that you're messing with.
Yeah,
right?
that's what
that
I'm
is his
saying.
life that I'm messing with, but also he's on our show, and that's my paycheck that I'm hopefully making bigger by messing with his life. So that's why I did it.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm going to start today's second date update off with a line from the email that we got.
Ooh.
From Emma, who is on the phone with us right now. She wants us to do a second date update and call a dude named Matt.
Okay.
This is what her email said. If Matt proposed to me today, I would say yes.
What?
Yeah.
No,
Emma, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Oh, God.
Good. Good morning. Now explain yourself. Because I hope you can understand it sounds a little intense. You just went out with this dude on one date, and you're already saying if he proposed to you today, you would say yes.
I know. Trust me, though. It was an amazing experience.
Why do you feel this way?
I mean, I don't know how to explain it other than that I just felt that way, that I, looked into his eyes, and it felt like our souls were mingled. I've never had this happen to me before. I'm, not a crazy person.
That was going to be my other question. If you have ever gone out on a date with a guy and been like, oh, my God, this is the one.
No, I mean, I'm a passionate person, but I've never gone out with someone once and then felt like they are the person for me, and I absolutely feel that way.
Where did you meet this guy?
We were volunteering at this theater, passing out programs. You get to see the play for free if you pass out programs and, do ushers type of stuff. And
that's cool.
He just asked you out, or?
Yeah, I mean, we were, super obvious. It was, our, eyes met, and there was, immense electricity.
There's a lot going on with this guy's eyes.
The stars collided, Jubal, and it was destiny.
That's how it felt. The time there, it, wasn't about what we were doing. It was just, whatever we were doing almost didn't matter. It was the whole world dropped away. And at, some point, I mentioned that if he would ask me out, I would certainly go, and then he did.
You know, it sounds crazy, but I really do have a girlfriend who's been married 11 years. They have 4 kids, and the night she met her husband, before she even knew his name, she told me, I'm going to marry that guy.
Yeah, I feel like when you know in your soul and heart, you know. It feels undebatable.
Did you tell him this is how intense you were feeling?
Not directly. I mean, when we had our date, I felt like it was almost obvious. It was in the air. I said that this feels amazing, and I didn't tell him that I would marry him.
Because if there's one thing guys like on a first date, it's marriage talk and soulmates. And
we love that.
Meant to be together.
Do you feel like he felt the same way?
I feel like I can't imagine that I would feel that way if he didn't feel that way. It felt like a connection. It wasn't coming from me. It was us meeting in the middle.
So how did the date go? What was so magical about it? What did you guys do?
Oh, the date itself was normal. We had just dinner and drinks. That had nothing to do with what the date was. It was about the conversation. And my mom always told me that marriage or long-term relationships are as one long conversation. And I felt like I wanted to be in conversation with this person for the rest of my life.
Okay, so you had a fun time with him and you never wanted it to end. How did it end?
He walked me to my car, and we were staring at each other and didn't know who was going to make the move, but we both felt like there was this magnet of electricity in between our mouths, and it was we both just moved towards each other, and we kissed, and it was all of the feeling that I had for the whole night just erupted. It felt like a volcano.
Did fireworks go off behind you? Because that's what I'm picturing right now.
Doves just flying.
All of a sudden over a lake.
Yes, that's what it felt. And he said that he would call me really soon. He was joking about that he would call me immediately. And so then I waited, obviously, and the next day he didn't call, and then the next day I called him and he didn't answer, and some part of me thinks he's just scared of how intense it was. Oh
my gosh.
He is that kind of feeling to me makes me want to go towards him, but I know that for some people, especially men, it can be scary to them.
You're right. As a guy, when you feel that way about someone and you never felt that way, it can be a scary thing, and he could shut off. That could be what he's doing. How long has it been since you had your date?
It was the day before yesterday. It was 2 days ago.
2 days.
It hasn't been very long.
So you emailed us after a day of him not getting back to you.
I know, but I'm telling you, this is the most intense experience of my life.
Okay, but you're resorting to have us call him after a day, basically.
Yeah, but it wasn't a normal date, and it wasn't a normal day, and I'm I'm in love.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
Okay. All right, well,
never heard that.
Hey, love can't
crazy,
wait.
But it's if a miracle happened to you. It was that.
All right,
this is so
Emma,
sweet. I want this to turn out so well. I'm serious, dude. When you find love,
hey, Emma,
it's all beautiful.
Emma, we're gonna play a song. We're gonna come back. We're gonna call him and get your second date update. Okay?
Oh, Okay, thank you.
Good luck. Hang on the phone.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, we're about to call a guy for a second date update that could either end in one of the most romantic love stories you've ever heard in your entire life, or it could end crashing and burning.
Oh, with a lot of tears.
And flames.
Yeah.
Remember, the girl that's on the phone with us right now that wants us to call a guy named Matt, Emma is her name. She emailed us and said, if Matt asked me to marry him today, I would say yes. At the end of the first part of the second date update, she actually said, I love him.
It dropped the L-bomb.
And it's only been a couple of days. And I'll be the first one to say, okay, this is going to turn out horribly. Mm-hmm. But I also want to be the first one to point out this has worked out for other people. We've had a few second date we've had one second date update where the person said that they love someone and the other person actually felt the same way. So out of about the 50 times that's happened, it has worked out once. Emma, the odds are in your favor, I think.
Great.
I actually have faith in this. I feel like you sound like a woman who's got her head on straight. And
thank you.
You just maybe are more in tune with your emotions than most people because he hasn't reciprocated any of this love stuff to you.
Well, not with words, but I trust what I felt. I trust what I felt.
That is the one thing about you, Emma. You don't sound absolutely insane.
Thank you.
It is sort of insane what you're saying, but there are people who feel that way. You feel strongly that you care about him. We're going to call him right now and see if we can get him on the phone. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Hello?
I was looking for Matt.
This is Matt.
Hey, man, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Okay.
You sound a little confused.
Yeah. What's going on?
You recently went out with a listener to our show for a lovely dinner, and she feels like you're blowing her off, and you don't want to see her again, and she wants to know why. Do you have any idea who I could be talking about?
I don't know. The last date I was on was a couple months ago.
A couple months ago? What? Not a couple days ago?
A couple of days ago? No.
The girl that emailed us, Emma, said that you guys went on a date like 2 or 3 days ago.
Girl.
Was that not a date?
No.
What do you...
all right, that's confusing. Yeah, no, Emma said that you asked her out, and then you went on a date, and there were sparks, and you guys had a great time. You didn't consider that a date?
That was definitely not a date.
What?
From everything she said, it sounded like a date. What was it then?
Maybe she didn't tell the whole story here. Emma, we were both ushers. We were just trying to see a show for free.
Yeah. Right.
And I wanted to know how long the show was because I was meeting some friends at a bar later that night.
Okay.
And she was like, oh, where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. We're going in here. So, okay. So the show ends, left the theater, went to the bar where my friends are, and then lo and behold, 20 minutes after I get there, Emma shows up.
What?
Now, at first, I didn't think anything of it. I did tell her where we were going, so, there's not a lot of bars on that street, so maybe, whatever.
Okay, but to be clear, you didn't invite her to the bar.
Oh, no, let's make that very clear.
Oh, no.
It's
All
that...
right.
Oh, goodness.
What about the kiss? She said that you guys kissed.
She said that it was a great kiss at the end of the night.
I mean, we were drinking for a while and talking, and I had said goodbye to my friends that I was meeting. They had already left. And she made it seem like she was really wanting a kiss. So, a gentleman. It was nothing like...
Hey, no, you don't need to explain yourself, Matt. If a girl wants a kiss, sometimes you just gotta lay one on her when they want it. You gotta give them what they need, right, Matt? So
there was nothing R-rated. It was just like no groping or no, nothing.
I'm
heavy.
sorry, I
It was
can't listen to this anymore.
Hello?
Matt, what are you doing?
Emma?
Yeah, Matt, that's Emma's voice. She's on the other end of the phone, has been listening this whole time.
Oh, my God.
Matt, you're going to lie on the radio and say that wasn't a date or that kiss didn't mean anything to you?
I'm not lying. I mean, I didn't even ask you to come to that bar. You just showed up literally in front of all my friends and was just like, hey. And I was like,
Why
oh,
did you
what's
tell
going
me where
on?
we were going to be?
Why would you tell me where you were going to be? Why would you tell me of a specific place and time that you were going to be there if you didn't want me to meet you there? You invited me to come to the bar, and then we had dinner and drinks for hours and had, like, meaningful and intimate conversation. And then at the end of the night, we had an amazing, intimate kiss.
Oh, my God.
We did not have dinner at that bar. We had chicken wings and fries.
Oh, Emma.
Why does it matter what we ate? That has nothing to do with the quality of our time spent together. We could have eaten twigs. It doesn't matter. We were talking about our families and what we want out of life.
No. Oh, see,
That's
here we
not
go.
someone
See,
that you're
talking
just,
about
like,
our families. We were just
casually-
talking about your family and how amazing. Here's another thing. In this phone call, if you rewind all this, you will hear Emma say amazing about 400 times.
She says it a lot. Okay.
Matt, did you
So,
feel
Matt-
It was amazing. You know that.
Emma, when you kept talking, you are one of these girls that just says, "What are you thinking?" to the guy over and over and over again.
It's the worst.
She's like, "Matt, what are you thinking?" If there's a lull in the conversation, I just ordered a drink, and she'd be like, "What are you thinking now?" I'd be like, I just ordered us another round.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Why do you care what I'm thinking?
Because I want to know you on a deep level. That's what intimacy is. That's what happens when you're not afraid to know another person. You want to know their thoughts all the time.
Haven't heard anything from you in a second, Matt. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Emma's nuts.
I don't understand why you're afraid of a true connection, or if you don't feel like you deserve that, or if you don't believe it because you've been burned in the past. But this is a real thing that you can trust. You can trust it, man.
No, I don't even know your last name. We didn't even really talk to each other.
That doesn't matter. Who cares what my last name is?
Emma, is there some way that you blew this all out of proportion?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I know what I know. I'm not 15 years old. I've been on dates before. I know what it feels like when it's there and when it's not. And it was there in a stronger way than I have ever felt in my life. And I think that Matt is afraid of that.
I will say this. I am afraid.
I am not crazy. I just know what love is, and I recognize it when it happens.
Okay,
I see it, and I saw it in your
Emma.
eyes. I saw it, Matt.
Emma, you sound very, very, very
passionate.
Crazy.
Upset. And
Yes, well,
yeah.
someone is telling me that an experience that was more real than anything I have ever felt.
Yeah.
They're pretending like that didn't happen.
Okay.
That would make anyone feel
Well,
crazy.
well, Matt felt differently, obviously, Emma.
And he has a right to his feelings.
Yeah.
He is pretending to feel differently, and I would love to have another chance to sit face to face and have him deny it.
Okay.
Facing me, looking at me.
How about this? If you think your love is so strong, I'm going to ask Matt right now. Matt, would you like to go out on a second date with Emma? We will pay for it.
A second date with this Emma?
Yes, the Emma that's on the phone right now. Not another one.
That's specific.
I would like to just say that I have not even known this girl for 48 hours yet, and I'm on the radio debating marriage with
Yes.
Hey, love moves fast sometimes. You just got to embrace it and get on the train, Matt.
So
will you go out on a second date? We will pay for it.
I will let that train bypass me. I'm going to get on a different train.
You sure? We'll pay for
You're
it.
making a huge
I
mistake, Matt.
appreciate it, guys, but this is not the one for me.
You know what, Emma? In a little while, Matt's going to be kicking himself. A few years down the road.
know.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When
Matt-
he doesn't find real love, he'll think back to this moment and
Yeah.
he'll remember
When
that
he
it was possible and that he gave it up.
when he's
Sorry
alone,
for you, Matt.
when he's alone and doesn't have anybody, he's going to be thinking back to this phone call and realize how he screwed up, Emma.
Oh, man.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
I know, honey. Love hurts sometimes. You'll be okay.
He's really making the biggest mistake of his life. I wish I could help him.
Well,
Yeah, I wish, Emma, I wish I could help both you guys in lots of ways.
Well, you
But-
tried. Thank you.
Yeah, we did try. You have a good one. And Matt, thank you for your time, okay?
Thank you very much.
Be safe.
Very safe.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Ava is on the phone to do a second date update today, and her email said that she went out on the best date of her life. Which, depending on her life, could either be really cool or really sad. I don't know. I have to learn more about her life first.
Good point.
Before I decide if that's a good thing. Ava, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Thank you for asking. So, you had the best date of your life, huh?
I did. Yeah, it was like amazing. I'd never been out with a guy like this ever.
Okay.
Okay. Have you been on a lot of dates to compare it to?
Yeah, so I've been doing the whole dating app. I'm like in that world, and they're all just really immature and always on their phone.
The dude that you want to call today, what's his name?
His name is Nathan.
Nathan. All right. And what sets Nathan apart from the other dudes that you've been out with?
Well, he is just really mature and has a full-time job, and he...
That's all.
Yeah, I love
Best
that.
date of my life. The guy was like kind of mature and worked full time.
He was normal.
Sweet.
Yeah. I mean, that's where we've come, right? He's employed. Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. And yeah, like I was just attracted to him right when I saw his profile picture. I love dogs, and so it was he and his dog.
Oh,
and
always a good one to put for a guy. They know that we fall for that.
Yes. And yeah, we started messaging, and we agreed to hang out.
So your expectations for this hangout were already really high going in.
There was just something about the messages that I just felt like, okay, this guy has his life together.
He was like, he has punctuation and it's so sexy.
Yeah.
Slightly professional.
Yeah. You could spell "you're" right,
Yeah.
which is cool. So how was the actual date with him, though?
It was great. So he took the lead. He suggested a restaurant for us to go to. And it was really cool. You could see like the planes, like these small planes landing where we could eat. And it was just really just different and romantic. You know, we didn't like go to a pub or anything.
Right.
And then halfway through the meal, he told me he's actually a pilot.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
You took your panties off right there and threw them at him, didn't you?
He's got a good job.
And he definitely doesn't sound like a douche, because a douche would lead with that right away.
Yes,
You know?
exactly.
Like, yeah, I'm real busy. I'm a pilot. You know what that is? That's where I fly planes.
That's true, though.
Yeah, and I even asked him because I didn't see it in his profile or anything, and he said he just likes to kind of keep it on the down low.
That is
Right.
cool.
Because
Good move.
you don't want to be dated just so that someone can go on a free vacation.
Right. And, you know, a guy in a uniform, you know.
Yeah.
It depends what kind of uniform. Like
not
fast
really.
food uniform, probably not getting you turned on as a pilot uniform. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think the fast food one would work out as well.
Yeah, it's not quite the same.
You guys get like a lot of calls about strange dates. And so like this wasn't a strange date at all because, okay, so we were having a great time. And then he asked me if I would like to experience flying a plane.
What?
Whoa.
He's going to take you up on his plane right then?
Yeah. So we flew over the city. It was so romantic. And it was around sunset time.
Perfect.
What, are you on The Bachelorette or something? That's amazing.
That's what I felt like.
Wow.
You stayed the night at his house or something then, right?
Brooke assumes.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that is a lot of romance not
he
to,
earned
like,
it.
make it happen.
Oh, no. Not on the first date.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
All right. So after he took you up in his plane, was that the end of the date, or did you guys, I don't know, do something else? Visit his castle or something?
Well, the highlight was he asked if I wanted to, like, take control of the plane. And so I did. I mean, not for that long, but I did. It was so exciting.
I mean, this all sounds perfect, and this guy is not calling you back.
No. And, yeah, he was really respectful. We ended the date with a hug.
Huh.
And then we texted the day after, and he said he wanted to see me again.
He
so
did.
we made plans. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
So the day before, he rescheduled, so we pushed it back.
Mm-hmm.
And then he rescheduled again.
Okay.
And then it was like crickets. I didn't hear anything from him. And
that sucks.
So how long has it been since he responded to you?
It's been about a week and a half.
Oh, wow. All right. Yeah, he's definitely blowing you off for some reason. You can't think of anything?
No, I mean, I think, you know, we're both dating, so maybe there's someone else.
Or maybe, you know, he rescheduled twice. Like, maybe the momentum of the date just, like, fizzled out. You know, sometimes that happens where you get so much space between you and that great time you had that you kind of almost forget.
It's like too much separation.
Right.
I don't know.
I would love to see him again, but I don't know why he's not. I mean, he's not even responding to my text messages.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, and then we'll come back and call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Ava is on the phone, and she went out with a guy named Nathan. They had the best date of her life, she says. She went out with him, found out he was a pilot, and then after they went out to eat, he actually took her up in a plane, let her fly it for a little while, and then they landed, said goodbye, texted for a little bit, and then he just dropped off the face of the earth, and she hasn't heard from him.
Ooh.
Ava?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that like a mild-mannered dude like that you don't realize has a cool job until he tells you halfway through the date and then just disappears. I think maybe the problem is he's Batman.
Oh. God, why didn't we figure that out earlier?
Yeah, he's probably busy fighting crime right now, and he'll get back to you as soon as he captures the Penguin or whoever he's capturing right now. No?
No, I'm not attracted to Batman, so.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we'll find out. I'm about to call him. Anything else you want to say before we do?
I just want to know what happened.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just a scheduling thing. Maybe it's going to be really simple.
Sounds like a busy guy.
Yeah, he's a pilot. Maybe he's out flying around. Probably not in a Batmobile, but, or whatever Batman flies.
Got a plane or something.
Bat plane?
Yeah. All right. I'm going to dial this phone right now, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Nathan, please?
Yes, this is he.
Nathan, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Why are you calling me today?
Just checking in. See how you're doing.
Checking in.
Yeah.
I don't know any of you guys.
I know you
Hi,
don't.
Nathan.
Nathan, I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. Have you ever heard of anything like that?
I know of things like that. Oh, this is awkward. I mean, do you need me to say something or do? I mean, I don't understand. Why did you guys call me?
I'll explain. So the second date update is where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not talking to them after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. So we got an email about you from a girl named Ava.
Oh, okay. Boy.
She told us all about your date and said it was honestly one of the best dates of her life, if not the best date of her life.
Not to put
and then you guys were scheduling another date and you rescheduled twice and then you just haven't talked to her for like a week and a half. So she's wondering if something went wrong.
Look, I'm glad that she had a good time. I feel bad, but something happened in my life and I kind of had to focus on that for a while. I haven't really been heavy into the dating scene or anything. And
are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah. Physically, health-wise, everything. I just, I had kind of a life-changing occurrence happen in my life, so I had to focus on that.
So is it one of those things where we could tell her, don't worry, he'll hit you back after time passes and he's figured some stuff out?
Maybe that's a possibility. Look, here's the thing. I just recently got my first job with like a big commercial airline.
Oh, congrats. That's a big deal.
Awesome for you, man.
Yeah, it's just probably a lot of stress and stuff.
Thank you. I mean, it is a lot of stress, but it's also, there's other things that come along with it, and I put all my eggs in that basket.
Oh, so it's your schedule.
What other things come along with it?
Can you guys please promise me that you're not going to tell her this?
Sure. Yeah.
We won't.
You tell us what it is and we won't tell her.
Look, to be perfectly honest, it's the stewardesses. Oh my God.
What?
You guys know the rumors. There's so many. There's young stewardesses that come in. They're all just ready to go. There's so many of them, and they look at you like you're a rock star when you're on a commercial airline.
Oh. Okay, so it's not the busy schedule, or you just want to focus on work right now. You want to focus on as many stewardesses as possible.
I mean, I got to tell you, there's no other profession that's got this much tail.
You guys, it's flight attendants. We're not in 1950 anymore. So can we just...
Okay, flight attendant, executive assistant, stewardess, airline attendant, whatever you want to call them, they're ready and able and willing to go.
Oh, my God.
And so are you, I guess.
Have you already hooked up with a flight attendant or two?
I mean, one or two in my life, but nothing like this point. I have a friend that's at an airline. Let's just call it Smelta Airlines. He just every weekend, he's just a new stewardess every weekend.
I never thought of that.
It's unbelievable.
Wow.
And they get hotel rooms and everything after.
Yeah,
your
you guys.
flight.
Do you guys stay at the same hotel and stuff? So
It's like an Olympic Village situation.
Oh my God!
Wow.
I'm never gonna be able to board a flight again without wondering who hooked up with who that is part of the staff.
I never thought of that.
It's an exciting lifestyle where we're going from city to city all across the world, and everyone's acting like it's vacation all the time. And I just figure, look, of course I want to settle down at some point, but it's just too much of an opportunity not.
Okay. Well,
you gotta sow your wild pilot oats before you settle down.
Exactly. You have to take advantage of being the movie star while you have the opportunity.
Absolutely,
I guess
bro.
congrats. I mean, you're being honest.
There's these parties that I've heard about. They call them bang bang parties.
What?
I've been waiting for years to be involved in this inner circle.
Wow.
Are you being
Well,
for real?
congratulations
Bang,
on
bang?
making it to the Bang Bang Party circuit.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, Nathan, I do have to let you know something, though.
What?
I told you earlier that we wouldn't tell Ava, and I guess I kind of meant that because you sort of did, because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. Maybe.
Wait, what?
Yep. Ava, are you still on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Ava is here and wants to talk to you.
I'm like speechless. Wow.
I bet.
I am too.
Yeah, bang bang parties.
Ava, oh my God, I had no idea you were listening. I'm so sorry that you had to hear all of that. Why did you guys do that?
I don't know. It slipped my mind.
Yeah, sure.
Dawned on me right now.
Oh my God, Nathan, is that seriously how you feel? You just want to like be promiscuous all over the world?
Well, come on, it's not all that I want to do. That's not who I am. Okay, it's an opportunity. You got to jump on it. It's like going skydiving or going to Australia. You have to be able to live life to the fullest. Come on, if you were in my position, you would jump on that.
No, I would not, okay? What you do is who you are. And when you hung out with me, you said you wanted kids, you wanted to settle down. I mean, who was that person?
That's still this person. That's just this person in maybe 5 or 10 years from now.
Well, you left that out. You should have put that in.
Well, I'm putting it in now.
Wow. I mean, you seemed like such a sweet, nice gentleman the night that we went out, and you're actually just one of those players who just wants to get it on with every flight attendant, or you call them stewardesses. They're not stewardesses, they're flight attendants.
Ava, I'm not a player, okay? A player is someone that dates multiple people at the same time. I don't do that. I have respect for women in that regard, okay? I'm single when this is happening.
You just went on about an Olympic Village? What are you talking about?
Everyone's single when that's happening.
I gotta say, Ava, he has a point. I mean, he didn't know that this was going to happen, and now he just wants to be totally single and hook up with other totally single people.
Right, but I just don't understand why you just couldn't tell me that after we went out on a date. Mm-hmm. I don't know why you couldn't have just said you don't want to get into anything serious. Why did you have to, disappear?
Look, I just got my first job with, a big commercial airline, and I wanted to focus on that.
Honestly, I'm just so disgusted. I mean, you seemed like a really nice person, and I guess I was wrong.
I understand you're upset, but I mean, I'm about to go on this venture and then be flying a lot. I'd be happy to put you into the rotation.
What? Oh my God.
Wow.
Whoa. That is bold, sir.
You just proved my point, okay?
Oh, wow.
Well, that being said, Nathan, would you like to go on a second date with Ava? We'll pay for it.
Good timing.
Yeah, I think that was the perfect time to ask.
Yeah, I don't want to be part of your bang bang rotation parties, okay? The Mile High Club, whatever you people call it.
Well, it's your loss.
I don't think I'm going to be able to go.
Your loss. All right. Well, sorry, Ava, it didn't work out for you.
Oh, man.
No bang bang parties in your future, I guess.
That's totally fine with me. I'm glad I know.
Nathan, thank you for being honest with us. Continued success in your new job.
Yeah, keep flying those friendly skies,
I mean, I guess you're doing it for the passion of flying, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
A text in at 78592 says, I'm a pilot and I haven't heard of any bang bang parties. Maybe I'm flying with the wrong carrier.
Yeah.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Ava went out with an amateur pilot who took her on a private flight and even let her take control of his plane for 30 seconds. And she said it was the best date of her life. Well, when we got the dude on the phone, his name is Nathan, we found out that he just got hired by a big commercial airline. And now he's living it up and having bang bang parties with hot single airline flight attendants.
He's a rock star in the sky.
So he said when they first met, he was just like a normal dude who was trying to get a job with a big airline, and he finally got it after they went out, and now he's just living the life of a captain having bang bang parties.
Okay, which, by the way, he hasn't actually been to a bang bang party yet, from what I understand. He just thinks they're going to happen for him.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be disappointed.
She was extremely disappointed that Nathan was acting completely different on their date than he actually is in real life. And he felt bad, but said he wants to take advantage of his opportunity and be wild and single while he can.
buddy.
So he did mention that he would put Ava in his rotation if she was interested, though.
Wow. I mean, you know what? That is romantic.
She said she wasn't interested in that, though, so no second date. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week is coming up at 8:10.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A lot of bad things can happen in the park. Trust me, I'm there all the time.
Pants on?
And there's a lot of bad stuff going on every time that I'm there. And that's why I think Jim messed up his first date with a girl named Rebecca that he wants to call today for a second date update, because he took her on a date to a park, and then things got out of control. How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing okay, guys. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good, man.
Just to clarify, this isn't a park at like 2 in the morning. This is just a normal midday park experience.
Yeah, just a normal midday meetup in a cute city park, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it still sounds creepy to me, no matter what.
Well, when you meet someone online on Tinder or whatever, sometimes meeting in a public place feels safer and more low-key to get to know somebody before you go have a drink or hang out or whatever.
Yeah, what a coffee shop, though. Not like, hey, as you said Tinder. I met you on Tinder. Meet me in the park. I'll be dressed up as a shrub watching you the whole time.
Well, I just dress like a normal person, not like a tree or anything.
That's weird.
All right. Well, that's not what I'm picturing. So anyway, tell us a little bit about the girl that you want to call today. You said in her email that her name is Rebecca.
Yeah, so she was, I got there a little early, and I saw her coming towards the park, and, she was even cuter in person, and so I was a little nervous, I'll admit it, but we met up, and we talked a little bit. I said, do you want to sit down, or do you want to walk around and hang out, and we decided to walk around the park. So that's how the date started. We walked around for maybe a half an hour, just chatting, getting to know each other, and it was really cool.
And you said she was cuter than her pictures. Are you also truthful in your representation?
Yes, I am not one of those people that have a Chris Hemsworth photo on my Tinder profile. It's me. I look like my picture. Yeah.
So what'd you guys do while you were walking around the park? Because that sounds really boring.
No, we were just...
I mean, they had to have conversation or something.
Yeah, it was a good conversation. We just, chatted up about hobbies, what kind of stuff that we're into. And the cool thing about her is she's like a real adrenaline junkie. She's really into almost extreme sports, like skydiving and bungee jumping. She talked about all kinds, free climbing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is that when you shot in with hey, what about having sex in the park in broad daylight?
God.
You're doing crazy things. Let's do something crazy right now, you little adrenaline junkie.
You never know what might work. Maybe next time I'll try that.
Yeah, you should have tried that. So you like the fact that she's a risk taker and likes to do all that kind of stuff. I'm guessing you're into that too.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I mean, I've never done any of those things. I'm more of a low key, just sit by a fire and drink a beer, hang out kind of outdoorsman. But I would be down for it. But I thought it was impressive, that she's into that, and obviously, athletic and sporty, and I thought it was cool.
You weren't intimidated at all by that?
I wasn't intimidated, but it made me feel a little boring. Do you know what I mean? Because I couldn't really match her with my experiences. But one thing that I do have going on that I'm pretty proud of that a lot of guys don't is that I'm a pretty good artist. I work sort of semi-professionally doing illustration and stuff.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
And I had some drawings in my bag, and I was like, oh, well, she's into this cool thing, and maybe she would think it would be cool if I showed her some of my art. So that was sort of my, try to match her with impressiveness move.
Was she impressed by your art, or did she laugh at it and tell you it was terrible?
No, she didn't. She didn't laugh at it. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's not like doodling. Like, I went to school. Like, I'm a pretty good drawer, and I was showing her a bunch of pencil drawings that I had done that she seemed into, and I was a little nervous. And if you wanted to say, like, is there anything that happened that maybe made the date go a little bit of south, I did. I was like, yeah, like, I really like sketching people. Like, I could sketch you sometime. And she was like, no, that's okay.
Yeah. Did it creep her out, you think?
Well, yeah, because suddenly I was like, oh my God, she thought I meant like
nude,
like figure drawing, like nude sketching, which is not what I meant at all. Like, I do these little like 5-minute quick sketches of like people.
Yeah, I feel like if you showed her your stuff and it was pretty good and it wasn't nude drawings, that'd be jumping to a conclusion to be like, this guy's just a pervert and wants to sketch me nude.
I don't know. I mean, I immediately was like, oh no, I didn't mean anything weird by that. Like, you know, you might have seen like on TV nude drawing, but that's not what I was talking about. It would just be like, it'd take like 5 minutes, and we could do it like right here in this like cool place in the park. And
did she laugh at all? I mean, it sounds like an opportunity to have like a good chuckle about an awkward moment.
Yeah, she didn't laugh so much.
Okay.
What did she do when you told her that you
She
could?
was just like, no, that's cool. That's okay. It's kind of how it went, and I was like, okay, that's awkward.
All right. So is that why you think she's not calling you back, because you offered to sketch her?
I mean, that's the only thing. I thought we sort of hit it off, and we walked around a little bit more after that, and then she was like, oh, I got to go, and I was like, oh, do you want to get a drink? And she was like, no, I have to go, and I was like, this didn't get weird about the sketching thing, right? And she was like, no, I just have an appointment, and then she left.
That's when you should have whipped out your papers and been like, let me sketch you a drink before you leave. That's a good move, I think.
That's not a bad move. I filed that one away.
Yeah. So she said no to a drink and left, and is that the last thing you've heard from her?
Yeah, I messaged her a couple times, and I thought we hit it off, actually. Like, it was pretty low-key and chill, and I'd love to see her again, but she hasn't gotten back to me.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thanks, guys.
Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
When you think of the greatest artists the world has ever seen, you think of names like Rembrandt and Picasso and Jim.
Good old Jim.
Sitting in the park, sketching naked women. That's what Jim is known for in the art world. No. Am I right, Jim?
That is so not true.
Hey, don't worry, Jim, look, I would rather look at anything that you've sketched than what other crap Rembrandt and Picasso are doing.
Oh, man, that
you
was
think those
crap.
guys have a website? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, but I want to correct the record. I do not draw nudes.
Maybe that's
At
the
least
problem.
Not for public consumption.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, I want to see some of your private collection then. I'm really interested
We can
in that.
talk offline.
All right, cool.
oh my
Okay.
God. Only
Take
you
care of
guys
that.
are pervs about nude drawings. What is wrong with you?
Why am I talking about Jim being an artist? Well, we talked about his date that he went on with a girl named Rebecca. He wants to call her right now for a second date update. They met at a park because they met on Tinder and he wanted to meet at a public place. And during their date, he showed her some of the sketches that he does and then offered to sketch her. And that's when she seemed to get kind of weirded out and asked to leave. And she hasn't talked to him since. That's the only thing you can think of that went wrong.
Yeah, that's the only thing that comes to mind. I thought it went really well, actually.
And you said that she was like an adrenaline junkie. I mean, maybe she was looking for somebody who can do those type of activities with her.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but it's not like I said that I wasn't willing to do that stuff. I mean, I would go bungee jumping or whatever. I would be into that.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, get her on the phone, and see what went wrong, okay?
Okay, great.
All right. And, hey, if, this doesn't go right for you and she doesn't want to go on a second date, don't worry. I will be your muse. If you need to sketch anybody, Jim, you can sketch me.
No, dude.
I will be your Mona Lisa. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Rebecca, please?
This is she.
Hey, Rebecca, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio program.
Okay.
Okay. We play a lot of, crappy music and then sometimes talk in between that music.
All right.
Well, not all the music's crappy. Some music's decent, some's crappy. It's just like music,
needs
It's like all kinds of. I mean, we play music and we talk sometimes. That's basically what happens.
Is this really a radio show?
Yes, it is.
It's quality, isn't it? It makes you want to listen.
I'm calling you because one of our listeners recently emailed us about you.
What?
Yeah, his name is Jim. He emailed us and wanted us to get a hold of you because you guys went out on a date and now you're not calling him back. And Jim is very curious if he did something wrong.
He really contacted you about our date?
Yeah, he said he liked you a lot and was hoping to go out with you again. We talked to him about your date. And he said that you guys met on Tinder and then went to the park and hung out for a little while. And then at a certain point, you were just like, well, he told us that he offered to sketch you. And he thinks that might have creeped you out, but he meant it in the most innocent way possible.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He already did sketch me.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
I mean, he had several pictures, and they were all in, like, different scenarios, but it was me. Like, the girl was me.
Are you sure it was you, or are you just, like, reading into it?
Oh, my gosh.
No, seriously. I mean, he had a headshot of just a girl, definitely me. There was a girl riding a bike, a girl crying.
Crying?
And, oh, the creepiest one, there was a girl at a dinner table with a guy. And I was the girl, and he was the guy.
Wow. And that's the creepiest one. I would think the crying one would be even creepier.
He never said that it was me, but, I mean, it looked exactly like me.
Whoa. Did you ask him? I mean, did you confront him?
No, you don't confront someone like that.
Yeah, no. I would have done the same thing. I would have just been like, all right, well, look at that.
Look at the time.
Time flies, huh? And I would have been out of there, too. Are you sure that it was you? Like, no question in your mind?
No question, yeah. It was definitely me.
Is there any, like, distinguishable feature that you have?
Yeah, I have freckles, and he drew the freckles on the girl's face and everything. It was creepy.
I thought it was really creepy him asking to sketch him in the first place. And then actually showing you pictures that look like you is way worse.
Oh, come on. Give this guy a break. Like, obviously he's nervous and he didn't go about it the right way, but he's probably just trying to impress you.
In a park?
With sketches of me?
He sounded well-intentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing was just way too creepy for me, and I couldn't handle it.
That's understandable. You know what else is creepy, Rebecca? Jim is actually on the phone listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you right now.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that you thought that was creepy.
Oh, this just isn't normal. This is not normal.
Those are not sketches of you. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean they weren't me? They looked exactly like me.
I mean, a lot of those I drew before I even knew you or, like, met you or saw you or anything. I mean, if there's a resemblance, it's totally a coincidence, I swear.
The freckles? What about the freckles?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe, like, I think freckles are cute, and I was drawing a girl with freckles, and then I saw you, and you... Maybe, like, you looked like something I had in my head already or whatever, but...
Jim, are you sure you didn't sketch pictures of her before meeting her?
Be honest.
No, definitely not. I mean, you know, like, you see images, and, like, if I had seen her face, maybe that worked its way into a drawing or whatever, but I swear I was not sitting at home, like, full Silence of the Lambs, like, sketching from your Tinder picture. Like, I swear to you.
Come on, give him like the benefit of the doubt here. I think he sounds like a nice guy, and obviously he'd be attracted to you if he was drawing women who kind of looked like you before he even met you.
I don't think I think the same way. This is just too much of a coincidence that we're on our first date and he shows me pictures and the girl looks just like me.
Listen, Rebecca, I'm really sorry. Now I feel horrible that you thought that I was some kind of, like, sketchy, sorry, pun intended, like, this creepy guy that was drawing you. I swear that is not what was going on. And I know the radio show thing is a little weird, and the whole thing is really weird, but I had a great time with you, and I think you're really cool, and I would love to just, like, reset and, like, hang out somewhere of your choosing. We can do something. No sketchbooks, like, just hang out. I'm really sorry about this whole thing. It's so weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just can't get rid of the image of me looking at myself crying in your picture. I mean, what was I even crying about?
It wasn't you. It's just it's an image. There's no, like, story or context. It's just a random person is just like a circumstance. There's no story behind it.
Hey, Rebecca, would you like to go out with Jim again? We will pay for a second date.
Oh, give him a second chance.
I don't think so. I'm sure he's busy drawing other girls on Tinder.
Oh my
Are
God,
you sure?
you're
Is
so
there any
mean to
way?
him.
Is there any way that he could prove to you that these drawings aren't of you? Maybe you want to see him again. Like you guys could go out to a restaurant. He could show you the pictures again. You can look at them and maybe dissect them a little more. Maybe it was just in the moment.
So you want me to schedule another date with some random guy that drew pictures of me ahead of time? That's what you want me to do right now.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you know what, Rebecca, you're right. Never mind. Forget I
Put
asked.
it that way.
Jim,
Poor Jim.
Jim, I'm sorry you did not get a successful second date.
I knew I should have left the sketchbook at home. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah,
Maybe in the future do that. Leave the sketchbook at home.
there will be a woman out there that appreciates your talents, Jim. I'm sure there will be.
thank you for saying that.
And you're probably drawing her right now.
It's brutal. You guys are brutal.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, that guy is a serial killer. Run. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Talking about the second date update. This guy, Jim, wanted to call a girl named Rebecca. He liked her a lot. They went out on a date. She wasn't calling him back. It turns out that Jim is an artist. And during their date, he took out some sketches to show her that he's done. Showing off a little bit, right?
Sure.
This is my interest. I like to sketch things. She wasn't calling him back because all of the sketches looked like her. And that creeped her out, which I can understand. That's very creepy.
I still think it's by chance. I think that he was drawing something in his imagination, and that's why he was attracted to her.
But according to her, it looked exactly like her. And there was one with a woman crying with like a single tear rolling down her cheek. If I was dating somebody and they were like, check out my art, and it was a picture of me crying, I'd be pretty scared too.
Oh, it's not like, you're in a coffin or anything.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. Famous last words. What could it hurt to go out with this guy again? Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is just email the show, and we will call the person that didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, for the most part, long-distance relationships only work out in the movies. Adult movies, specifically.
What?
It's long-distance relationships always work out in adult movies.
Uh-huh.
Google it, but that's not
No,
important right
thank
now.
you. That is a bad thing to have on your search history.
Because Dresden is on the phone right now, and he apparently went on a date with somebody who's not calling him back. And it's actually kind of a long-distance thing. I don't know all the details, but we'll get it from him. Dresden, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, what's up, man? You can call me Drez.
Drez? Okay.
Did you just wake up, Drez? Are you in a different time zone?
You're just sad?
No, I'm good. Sorry.
That's all right.
All
right.
Sad.
Drez, so what's the name of the girl you want to call today?
Her name's Sierra.
Sierra. All right. And your email said that she lives in another state?
Yeah, I mean, we met online,
Okay.
so we hit it off right away. She was the type that she seemed really intelligent. She made me laugh. I made her laugh.
Awesome.
And we really hit it off. So I said, you live far away, but maybe I could just fly down. We could actually meet in person, spend a little time together, see if it works.
How long did you guys talk online before you decided to meet in real life?
A few months.
All right. So
Okay.
that's a good amount of
Yeah,
time.
so you feel like you really know a person by then.
As much as you can,
Right.
online, yeah.
All right. So how was it when you actually went to go see her?
Dude, that's the thing. Like, it was amazing. Like, the best day. So I went down on a Friday. We, of course, got something to eat. She, gave me a tour of the city. We walked around. We saw nature, went on a hike. But it wasn't, platonic. It was a very romantic kind of connection.
You can tell, I
Okay.
mean, your whole personality, I feel like, just got uplifted even talking about this date.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it was a great experience. I mean, so great that I had booked a hotel, but I didn't stay there. Put it that way.
Oh, that's nice. All right. Also, so great that she's not calling you back.
Oh, come on. Why do you got it? Let's live in the moment, Jubal.
Well, I think this is the moment.
Well, okay,
Why,
let's live in the past then.
Back to reality.
why do you think she's not calling you back then?
That's the whole thing. Because it was okay, when I was leaving, I was legit sad to go back home.
Yeah.
And, we're at the airport, and she's dropping me off, and I'm like, next time you're coming to see me, right? And she was like, of course,
Yeah.
that's a done deal. Of course, I'm going to be up there to see you. And then I get home, And initially we're texting and calling and everything, but then it just like slacked off after like 2 weeks. And the text slowed down and the call slowed down. And I mean, I know she's a busy person. I'm a busy person. She's got a lot of friends, so she's got a pretty full social calendar.
Right.
But I'm like, this was an amazing weekend that we shared. It was not your typical weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you feel like you were basically, I mean, I would feel like you're starting a relationship. Like, that's more than a date to spend a whole weekend with somebody.
I mean, that's how I felt, and I really thought it was mutual. It's not like we put any title on it or were in a full-blown relationship or called each other like boyfriend or girlfriend or anything. But that's the vibe that I was getting before I left.
Totally.
Was there anything awkward that happened when you guys were hanging out?
I wouldn't say awkward. I mean, the deal was sealed, so...
Oh, right.
Okay.
That's unawkward.
It's always a good sign.
But maybe it's something, I mean, did you say something in the 2 weeks following that turned her off or made her rethink the whole thing?
Trust me, I have combed over everything that I've said, all of my texts, like trying to figure out, is it anything I could have said or done that turned everything sour? And I just can't figure it out. So that's why I came to you guys for help.
Okay. And is she not talking to you at all?
It's like almost non-existent at this point, man.
Wow.
See, that's always something. When you go from texting all the time nonstop, you can just feel there's some kind of shift in the vibe.
Right, yeah. It just seems like something's going on. I just want to know if it's not popping, I get it, but let me know something. Like, I'm just dangling here.
Maybe it's super romantic and it was too much for her and she doesn't know how she could live without you, and so she cut it off now instead of later. I don't know.
Terrible logic.
Whatever. I'm just trying to give...
That's comforting.
I think it could be something good.
Do you think maybe it could be the distance?
I mean, that's the only thing I could think of, dude. Like, maybe people are in their ear like, oh, it's never going to work because you guys are so far away.
Yeah, it's not an adult movie. They only stay together long distance in adult movies.
But why wouldn't she just talk to you about that, right?
Exactly. We're adults.
You're adults, and it's obvious that's what you're doing.
Exactly.
Okay, well, we'll play a song and then come back and call and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, man.
All right, man.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're in the middle of a second date update, and Drez is on the phone. Today, he wants to call a girl named Sierra. They actually live long distance. They met online. He went to travel to visit her. They hung out for an entire weekend. He said everything went great. They even sealed the deal. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, you're not?
I have no idea.
It was a contract.
What sort of deal did you seal, Drez?
I'm a gentleman, if nothing else. I'm a gentleman.
No, right.
I still don't understand what you mean.
Dude, they slept together.
What?
Yes.
Like in the same bed?
No. Oh, God. Let's just say yes.
Drez, did you guys sleep in the same bed?
Yes, we slept.
Wow. Hot and heavy. No, they definitely had a great time, and then he came back home, and since then the conversation has fizzled off, and now she's not really talking to him, and he doesn't know why, because according to him, everything went great. All right, man, are you ready to give her a call and see why she's not getting back to you?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
And did she ever indicate that maybe she was freaked out by long distance?
No, but I mean, if it did freak her out, like I would think that would be something that she would tell me about before I flew all the way down to see her for our first date.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right. That is an expensive first date that you did.
All right, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Sierra, please?
This is she.
Sierra, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who's this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Any idea why I'm calling you?
No, I'm sorry. I don't know you guys. I'm sorry.
I understand. I don't know even what you would guess. I just want to see what you would guess. I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out with somebody on a date and then end up not calling them back, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we got an email about you from Drez.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
He told us how he met you online and even traveled to come hang out with you, and he thought everything was great, but since he came home, you haven't been returning any of his calls, and he's wondering if he did something wrong.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
Wow. Well, I mean, so it's like you meet people online, and it's kind of strange, you know, and you just kind of hope you don't get catfished along the way.
Yeah, that's...
But Drez was absolutely amazing, and he was everything that he said he was. So, no, it was nothing like that.
Oh, my God.
so
So
it
you
sounds like
really
you like
liked him.
Yes, like, I had really strong feelings for him before he left.
So what happened? Are you just, I mean, he thought, maybe he's jumping the gun and you were just really busy and that's why you haven't really talked to him?
No, like, okay, so I have been at this crossroads, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had this big surprise that I wanted to surprise him with. I've just been so confused. Like, okay, so my job wants to relocate. And it's close to him. It's in, closer to that state, that area. And I wanted to get closer to him. I just didn't know how to do it, what to say.
So are you just scared? Like you're scared to tell him like, hey, I might be moving to your area?
I mean, I kind of felt like, hey, this could be fate because this has never happened. I mean, I didn't want to seem crazy.
Yeah, it does
Yeah,
seem
like
fast.
I'm moving in next door now.
After one day.
Right?
Yeah, but like not talking to him, that's crazy. Like, how is it going to be fate if you just don't ever talk to him again?
Okay, well, there's this other situation. So I went out.
Your husband has to move with you? Is that what it is?
Little situation.
No, my God, no, I don't have a husband.
Oh, thank God.
All right.
So my friends, they threw me a party and for my going away party.
Yeah.
And it got so crazy.
Okay.
And I feel so horrible about this. But I hooked up with another guy that night.
Oh, okay.
But
So hold up. The moving thing is for sure, because you said it was a possibility. So you are actually going to be moving closer to Drez.
Yes, I want to. Like, I feel horrible about what happened.
Okay.
And so, honestly, I haven't spoken to either of them.
All right, so you feel guilty for hooking up with another dude.
It makes me feel so horrible because I know how I felt about Drez, and I know the weekend we had was like more than a freaking first time meetup.
Yeah, I heard you guys slept in the same bed.
Well, yes, we slept.
But Drez even said you guys didn't have a relationship defining talk. You didn't set boundaries for each other because it was, it was a big weekend, but it still was your first date.
Yeah, well, that's true. And the truth is, like, I really do care about him. And that it was more to me than a first date. I mean, who spends the whole weekend together on a first date?
Right.
Yeah.
And we just such a great connection. So, yeah.
And maybe you needed that hookup with that other dude to affirm everything you're feeling about Drez.
I think it was just a wild night.
Yeah. And who knows? You don't even know that much about Drez. He might like that sort of thing. I have no idea.
Oh, my goodness, no.
We should probably ask him because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
I'm sorry?
Drez is actually on the other line listening, and he wants to talk to you.
Oh, my God.
So he knows everything now. Drez, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Oh, what up, man?
How are you feeling?
I gotta say, I'm really disappointed. I mean, I thought we had like this cosmic connection, and I haven't been able to think of anybody else. So I'm blown, man.
I haven't even been able to think about anything else but you, to be honest. Like, I'm just so sorry. I've just been so conflicted. I've been going through that and thinking about what happened and feeling horrible about that and thinking about you and moving my job, wanting to get closer to you because I totally enjoyed our weekend as well. Like, I am so sorry. Please forgive me.
I mean, if we hadn't been so far apart and we had, established boundaries or something, then I could be more upset. But, we didn't draw that line. We didn't say, okay, now we're an item.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I would like to know what's the deal with you and this other guy? Is there some kind of future in that? Are you still seeing
Absolutely
him?
not.
You're sure about
Absolutely not. I'm certain of that.
this? So, like, was he better than me?
Oh, that is not a question you should ever ask.
No, of course not. Nope, never.
I am excited about the thought of you being closer to me because, I mean, I was ready to risk it all. I got to be honest. Like, if there was a situation where with the distance, I would have come down there. I mean, I really felt like we had this just one-in-a-lifetime shot going, and whatever I had to do, I was going to do it.
Oh, man, that's so sweet.
Dude, now that is intense. You were worried about freaking him out, Sierra.
Yeah.
The feeling is so mutual.
Oh, the best feeling ever. I'm jealous.
I love you too.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed out about the situation, but you're going to use your one get-out-of-jail-free card on this one.
All right. Well, then, Sierra, would you like to go on a second date with Drez? We'll pay for it. Not a plane ticket. Like,
Yeah.
we'll give you a gift card to go somewhere to eat, but he has to get to you or you have to get to him first.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You guys would do that for us?
Yeah. And we do it for everybody on the second date update. So.
Oh, come on.
But yes, we will. We will do that.
Well, I did promise him that I'd be there the next time we had our date, so I'll be there.
Oh, my God. When are you moving here?
Well, my job moves within the next 2 weeks, actually, so sooner than I thought.
Oh, this
Well, there you go.
I'm
Drez,
so
you got a
excited.
second date.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I got to be honest. I'm really relieved. This is a big surprise.
So happy for you.
And look at you guys are already creating a great foundation of communication and understanding and forgiveness.
Yes.
Hey, Drez.
Yeah.
Is this where we tell her that we slept together last week?
Oh, my God.
Man, Jubal, shut up, man. Don't tell her anything.
Yeah, sorry to break the news to you, Sierra. Congratulations, you two. Keep in touch with us and let us know how everything goes, all right?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Brooke and
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know how the saying goes, after you've just got out of a relationship, you got to jump right back on that horse. Or you got to let the horse jump back on you. However it works, that is what Mark tried to do on his date. He tried to let the horse jump back on him. Right, Mark?
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
None of
It
us
means
do.
that you wanted to get back in the dating scene.
Okay.
Mark said that he wants to call this girl named Allison today. Apparently, Mark met her and they went out on a date. Recently got out of a long relationship. That's what your email said, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about Allison, the girl that you want us to call today.
She works in my building, not in my office, but in my building, and my friends were trying to get me back in the game, and they hooked me up with her. And
So you just work in the big business park. How'd you approach her?
a bunch of people from the building went to lunch together, and she was in that group and sort of hit it off there.
Was it like a setup where your friends are like, okay, we're all going to go to lunch. We're going to invite her.
No, it wasn't set up for me to meet her. She was just there, and I made the move.
All right.
Okay.
And I made my move.
Yeah, nicely done.
So tell us a little bit about your date. What'd you guys do?
We actually went ice skating.
Oh, that's so cute. I always want to do that for a date, and my husband will never take me.
Well, maybe Mark, if this doesn't work out for you, Mark, you can get a date with Brooke, I guess.
Yeah.
So you went ice skating, huh? How'd that go?
It was awesome. I only fell twice, and we hit it off, and we talked about how we both wanted to leave our jobs in the same building.
All right, so you both bonded over the hatred of your job. How did your date end then?
After ice skating, we got some hot chocolate.
Oh, my
and
God, you're adorable.
that was nice. And then I walked her to her car, and we kissed, and it was really nice. It was
you did
like a
kiss.
really nice date. Really good way to get back in it.
You actually kissed, and since then she hasn't called you?
Well, we had plans to go out again on a Saturday the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday rolls around, and she says, oh, can we push it to the next day? I said, okay. And then after that, the next day comes, and she's like, oh, can we push it to next week? And I'm like,
I hate that. Sucks.
So, Mark, I'm just wondering what could have gone wrong. Like, you mentioned that you just got out of a relationship. Did you happen to talk about your ex on the date?
I specifically avoided that topic.
That's good. A lot of people wouldn't do that. They would have taken her ice skating and be like, oh, man, Jessica used to like ice skating a lot. I miss ice skating with her,
No. I've listened to your second dates a lot, so I know that's the wrong move.
I like the second dates are actually helping people
Yeah.
learn how to date. So if everything went right, ice skating was cool, you kissed at the end of the date, why do you think she's blowing you off now?
I've been racking my brains, and I have no idea because it went really well.
Have you run into her in the building?
No, she works in a separate part of the building, so I never really saw her in the first place.
All right. Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Well, I have one more thing, though.
Okay.
It's the texts are really polite, and they're pushing this date that is theoretically going to happen. So it's not like she's, like, blowing me off. She just politely keeps moving.
So that's why it's so confusing, because it's not just, hey, I can't do it today.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, well, we'll call her, get your second date update right after this, all right?
Okay, but there's one more thing I have to tell you.
What is it, Mark?
I really appreciate you taking my call.
You're welcome. Is there, before I throw it to the song, is there anything else that you want to say before we go?
No, we're good.
All right. We'll play a song, come back, and get your second date update. Hang on the phone, all right?
Huh?
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Mark is on the phone with us. He emailed us about a girl named Allison. They met through friends at work. They went out ice skating, had some cocoa, kissed at the end of the date. Really nice date. Can't really find a reason why she wouldn't want to go out with him again. And she's been blowing him off, rescheduling in a very nice way. So he's not even really sure if she actually doesn't want to see him again or if for some reason she just really is rescheduling. We're about to call her right now. But Mark, before we get her on the phone, you got out of a long relationship, you told us.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you feel like this girl could be your next girlfriend?
I mean, I wouldn't be pushing it if I didn't think, like, we had something that could turn into something.
So there's something there, then?
Yeah.
And you're ready for another relationship?
I
think not really. Well, you know.
Start slow.
Yeah. All right. I was just curious if you really liked this girl, like, and you thought maybe you saw a future with her, or if you just thought that you wanted to go out on another date. Because
I mean, I definitely think there's potential there for it to turn into something more. I'm just really curious. I don't get it. I don't get why she keeps putting it off.
Okay. Well, I'm going to call her right now, see if we can get her on the phone, and then get your second date update, okay?
Cool.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Allison, please?
This is Allison.
Hey, Allison, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
The radio show?
Yes.
Hey.
How you doing?
Fine.
I'm calling you, actually, because you recently went out on a date with a listener of our show.
I did?
Yeah. His name is Mark.
Yeah.
Well, apparently you've been blowing him off for a couple weeks since your date, and he asked us to call and see if we could find out why.
He said I was blowing him off.
Mm-hmm. He said he's been trying to go out with you ever since your date, and you keep, like, postponing it.
Yeah, but I'm not blowing him off. I genuinely just needed to postpone it.
Okay. Should I tell him that you're actually going to go out with him one of these days then?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you waiting for?
Well, I mean, this is just, it's important, and I want to make sure that, like, I'm totally there for it. So
Okay.
I just needed to have the right time.
Are you trying to end another relationship?
No, definitely not. No, I'm single.
Okay. Well, Mark wants to know, because that's why he emailed us. Because you know how it is if you go out with someone and they keep, going, hey, I can't go out this week, maybe next week, and then they keep doing that. At a certain point, you feel like they don't like you.
I never meant to do that. Like, that was not my intention at all. No, I just needed more time.
Okay, because he's starting to get that vibe from you that you don't want to go out with him. What can I tell him then?
Can you just tell him that I just needed a couple extra days just to kind of get some things together?
That sounds so sketchy, though, Allison.
But it's not. It really isn't sketchy. I just needed a couple more days. I promise. I really do like him.
Are you just like out of time? Like you don't have enough time in your day, and your job's really demanding, or?
I kind of would rather not tell you guys because I think it might sound crazy, and I would really not want to come off like a crazy person.
That makes me want to know even more what it is, Allison.
Yeah, I'm thinking like you're going to get a boob job or something, and you need to get that finished.
No, not at all. I just feel like this could be the most important second date of my life, and I'd really rather not ruin the surprise.
Whoa, you like him that much?
Wow.
I do. I mean, I've been working on this picture book for him for the last I don't know, a couple of months, and I just want to make sure that it's perfect, and it's just not ready yet to give to him, and so I'm just trying to finish it.
You say you've been working on a picture book?
Yeah.
Have you
Of
even...
what?
I mean, I've been working on collecting some photos of the last, year or so of, I guess, of me liking him and, of our...
Allison, I guess I'm confused.
A year?
You guys went on that one date.
Yeah.
Right? Had you known each other beforehand? Because when we talked to him, he says that he knew you worked in the same building and you met, at a lunch.
Well, yeah, in terms of, us dating. But I've known of him for about a year and a half or so. One of my girlfriends at work pointed him out to me, and we were with two totally separate groups, but our eyes met, and I just knew it was perfect. We were going to date. And so I had to wait it out.
So are the pictures, I guess I don't understand exactly what you're building. You said a picture book, but what is a picture book of? Collages or something?
Just who we were before we started dating. So, I went to his high school, and I got his high school yearbook photo.
What?
With that in it. And I recently dyed my hair blonde, so I have, the before and after photo. Who we were before we got together.
And
Allison?
you're planning on giving him this on your second date?
Yeah.
And that's...
I think he'd really appreciate it. I think he'd really love it.
Wait, don't you have girlfriends to tell you that this is, crazy?
This isn't crazy. It's a book of my feelings and all of what we were before we're going to be together. And it's, I know how much he likes blondes, and the fact that I went and dyed my hair blonde, he's just going to appreciate it so much.
Allison, you know what? You're right. Allison.
When we get married, we're going to have this, shown at the wedding of, what our lives were like before we were together.
Allison, you know what? If somebody had done that for me on a second date, I would think that was so sweet.
You are such a liar.
No. I would think that, it'd be nice if somebody went to all that work for me. Give me a picture book of things for the last year.
Yeah, see?
No, Allison, no.
I just wanted it to be sweet, and that's why I can't see him yet. It's not ready.
All right, Allison. Well, then I will tell him to just hold tight, and you will eventually go out with him. That's the message you want me to pass along?
That's exactly it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Allison, I also need to let you know that Mark is on the other line and just heard that. Mark?
Yeah.
Say hi to Allison.
Oh, my gosh.
Allison? What's going on? You've been collecting pictures of me? Allison?
What is going
Mark, it wasn't that you weren't supposed to find out about it this way. I have this beautiful book that I've just been working on, and I just wanted you to see it, and I haven't been blowing you off, I swear.
So you've been working on this since way before we even met?
I mean, yeah, because you were in a relationship, and so I knew that we couldn't be together. I'm not that kind of girl. Of course, I was going to wait until you were single.
How did you even know I was in a relationship?
I mean, we have mutual friends in at work, and so I just, I knew some things about you.
Wait, so you've been, stalking me for the past year?
No. I'm not that kind of crazy person. I'm not a stalker at all.
What kind of crazy person are you?
I just wanted to make sure that you knew what our life was like before, and it was documented.
Allison, this is creepy.
It's not at all. It's really just meant to be sweet and endearing, and I mean, you're really gonna love it when you see it. I promise.
I feel unsafe.
I don't think anybody blames you for that, Mark.
Allison.
Holy cow.
I think you've officially scared Mark a little bit.
Because of you. Because it wasn't supposed to be like this. He was supposed to see it on our date, and now you ruined it, and everybody knows it. I was supposed to show him this book, and he was supposed to just be so happy to see it.
Yeah, Allison, you know what? I'm sorry I screwed that up for you.
Thank you for the apology, but that doesn't change anything.
Allison, in your mind, how was this going to play out exactly? He was going to fall in love with you after you gave him a book?
Who the do you think you are?
Oh!
That is exactly what was supposed to happen.
Oh, honey.
Don't honey me. You know this was a genius plan, and you're just upset because you didn't think about it.
Oh my gosh. There's so many things wrong with this.
You guys are such ass. How dare you spoil this
Allison,
on the radio for me?
Allison,
you ruined the surprise.
I don't know. Hey, Allison.
Everything. You made me
Look,
talk and everything.
Allison, I know that you're upset, but I haven't even asked if Mark will go out with you again. Like, the whole thing might not be ruined. Mark, would you like to go out with Allison again on a second date? We'll pay for it.
No.
See? It's because of you. You
yes.
ruined this. You did this.
I'm sorry. I apologize, Allison. I think Allison's gone.
Oh my gosh.
I'm scared for my safety. And Mark, I think you might need to find a new job and a new town.
I think calling you guys might have literally saved my life.
I think you're right.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text message in at 78592 that says, I was super creeped out. If I was that guy, I'd run fast.
Yes.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. If you missed today's second date update, Mark wanted to call Allison. And when we got her on the phone, we found out the reason she wasn't calling back was because she wasn't ready to hang out with Mark yet.
Yeah.
Because she was collecting photos of him so she could make an album about how they were when they met.
Oh my God.
And
it's so weird.
Yeah, it is weird and creepy, and he was creeped out by it. But then she blamed all of us for ruining everything.
I feel kind of bad for her.
Oh, you shouldn't. She's weird.
She needed to learn that lesson.
Yeah, she did.
Someone in her life needs to talk to her.
Someone in her life needs to hug her. They need to hug her and say, don't start making a photo collage album of a dude you went on one date with.
Yeah.
Because it will probably creep him out.
Like a whole scrapbook. Like my grandma scrapbooks everything, and that's weird. You know, it doesn't make sense in the dating world
all right,
either.
Grandma, stop being so clingy, all right? You got enough pictures of me. What the hell?
Grandparents, parents, they are so clingy. And you're like, why are you watching me?
Yeah.
I didn't give you any approval to take those pictures when I was younger. And I'm thinking about calling the authorities.
Right?
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Another hour of